Hi everybody.
We're back.
We're back. Sorry about that. We lost connection. We'd come up to the beach, so hopefully you will all find us again pretty soon. Yeah, we'd love you to find us, and we'll just wait for people to connect in, and then we can start that live feed again. We went down to the beach. We saw some people coming off, but we have noticed. Look at these strips of plastic here. It's really, the wind has definitely got up, and it will be a little bit brutal out there. You can see how dark the water is with that movement on the water and that wind blowing. So it's going to be...
It is serious.
It's serious stuff.
Out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Duncan.
Well done, Duncan.
Paddling in his Pro Limit dry suit, or SUP suit. It's not a dry suit. It's got bare feet and no real neck.
Yeah.
It's a really good suit for paddling in.
Yeah, I bet, for this sort of conditions as well. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot in there.
So yeah, people will have lost us, and we hope that they'll come back soon. We hope you come back soon, because we might have a very special guest on with us shortly. So the sun is still shining, the wind is blowing. I'm not going to stand too close to the edge, but you can just see that way all the supporters, how far the tide has gone out, flipping long way, but it will be back. And then all the supporters and the athletes along here. You've got shorties up here, so let's just take you through some of their stuff. Really, really lovely. Love this. Look, let me just show you this. Oh, what a great colour. Look at that. Let's put that at the front. So yeah, shorties are supporting this event, and they've got some merchandise that you can buy, which will support Brendan Prince's Above Water charity. So do have a look. That's nice, isn't it? Very nice. Beautiful, beautiful and soft. Really lovely. And then shorties stuff here, these beanies. Very nice. Snoods. Coffee. Look at that. The coffee cups. The coffee cups of doom. Hi Philip, thank you very much for coming back to us. We had a little technical glitch there. We lost connection, which is unusual. We've been great all day, haven't we?
We've done all right.
We've done all right. So we seriously have only got a few hours to go. So we're hoping that you come back, everybody. And hi Lol, how are you doing? We've got some really great paddlers, really great paddling. Do you want to have a chat with these people and let them know how things are going?
Yeah, I would be delighted.
We'll let you know who the scores on the doors, basically.
Scores on the doors.
Let's see what's happening.
Well, look, should we do the?
Hi, Sarah.
Should we do the overall, or should we do the age groups?
Do the overall.
Okay.
So yes, there are prizes now. So last year, with 27 people paddling, there was just a first, second and third, and that was it. There was no differentiate between a boy and a girl or an age category. This year, because they've had nearly 100 paddlers enter, or 101 were down to do this event today, Brendan is having a male and female winner in 3 age categories, I think. So, which is really great, isn't it? So we won't be having 1, 2, 3s. We'll be having a first and 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 a first, basically. Welcome back, Amanda. Sorry, we lost connection, so we lost you all, but we're back on, and we're hoping for a guest very, very shortly. But the paddlers are still paddling. You've got the River Ninja here, still paddling. Well done. Paddling, hobbling, walking. Brilliant. They're still coming in their droves. Still paddling. Still so many paddlers out there. I don't know if you can see them on the sea. But actually, that would be an interesting stat. How many people are still on the water? Can you find that out?
No.
Oh.
I can't even get to the top 5, but I will do my best to get to the top 5 men. Okay, so in top place we've got PJ on 22 laps. 77 kilometres. We've got Bruce on 21 laps, that's 73 kilometres. In third place we've still got Dominic on 19.
Well done, Chris, keep going. Yeah, absolutely. Well done, Bruce, keep it up, boy.
One more lap. There you go, the catchphrase. So PJ, we've got Bruce, we have got Dom, and they've stayed sort of pretty reliably in those spaces all the way through.
Yep.
And we have got Paul Drake on 19. So he's now tying with Dom.
Oh, you said he was catching up, didn't you?
Yeah, he was sort of just rising up through the ranks.
Okay, brilliant.
So that'll be an interesting one to look at, although there's 6 minutes difference between them, so that may or may not be something to overhaul, but it does depend on how long Dom spends on the beach, really.
Absolutely.
He's been sort of taking a few minutes each time, so
yep.
that could be something that's quite easily overridden. In terms of the ladies, well, we know that Tanya Ecker is in top place.
Yep.
This is my screen currently.
Oh, I'm not sure we can see that. Oh, can we see that?
Well, if you're seeing nothing on there, then that's exactly what I'm seeing. But we know Tanya Ecker is out there, and we'll bring you the specifics on Marie, but it's Marie and then Vanessa in third place. And again,
brilliant.
So those remain pretty much unchanged.
Absolutely, it's pretty standard. So will it stay that way for the next few hours, or will it change in the last hour? We're not sure. We know you, Rich, at SUP Wellingborough, have suggested that it will all be in the last hour. Absolutely, it could be that. Or it could just stay the way it is. So Dorset SUP, thank you for joining us. Tam Smith, you're back again. Sorry we lost you. Amanda Muddy Boots, thank you for watching. Yeah, great to have you guys back. And you can see by the number of boards on by the water, those people are either in transition or are having a mini break. And then you can see there are still a fair few amount of paddlers on the water, which is quite incredible. I would love to know, is there any way of knowing from the van how many people have stopped and how many people are on the water?
Well, I guess people might just be in transition, might they?
And if it's transition, it says they've stopped?
Yeah, well, yes, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, so we cannot give you the information of anyone who's finished, particularly, so it would be great to know the percentage of paddlers still on the water.
Yeah, still on a lap. That would
still
be
on
good,
a lap,
wouldn't it?
yeah. So, but there's a lot of people still paddling and still on the water and still pushing the boundaries, aren't there?
Exactly. No, they're doing absolutely brilliantly. Yeah, everyone has. Anyone out there at the moment is the.
Right, Mr. Wingo. Nice to see you. I think we do here. Let's just see if we can bring Mr. Wingo on.
Mr. Wingo might need to go out and back in again, possibly. No, he's not.
Okay, so Greg, can we ask you to maybe, you think, go off? Come out and come back in again, Greg, and then maybe you can request to come into the live feed. And then we'll accept you. That'll be great if you can help us out here. We've had a few issues with this, but we have done it successfully today, so we'd love to get you on board and have a chat with you. So maybe pop off the live feed, pop back in again and send us a request, and we'll look out for you in the meantime.
There we go, right.
So, yes, we wait with bated breath to speak to Mr. Wingo. Hi, Mark. Thank you for checking in. Stacey, nice to have you back. Sally McClellan, thank you so much. It's great that you're here. We've got a few hours to go, literally. I don't know what the time is.
It's down to about 3 hours, I think.
3 hours? That's amazing. Yeah. That means we've done 9 hours, as have the paddlers. So it's been exciting stuff. It's a bit like watching paint dry, but it's still exciting. As these races are, but these paddlers are just still going out and still just clocking off the laps.
And experiencing all of the conditions as well. So the tide is going out, then the flow of water is also going in that direction, as well as the way in. When the tide's coming in, the water is travelling in this direction as it comes up. So the water's moving around all over the place, and obviously you've got wind over tide and so on, which ruffles up the surface. And this wind is not really being that helpful.
Yeah, let me just show you the wind on the sort of ticker tape. You can see, well, actually, this flipping great flag. Look at the movement in that. So, hi, Nat Rendell, how are you doing? So that wind has really got up, which will really, at this time of the day, with 3 hours to go, or for the, they might be, thank you so much, Rich. Hey, Scott, you're back. You had a sleep and you're back. Thank you so much. Yeah, so, for them to go out, they might be thinking of doing a last lap, and it might be the toughest lap of the whole thing. So, what's the news, Morning Glory? Right, Scott. Pretty much how it was before, actually. We have got PJ in the lead. He's a lap ahead of Bruce. We're not sure how long that lap is, because it might not be 3.5 K's worth. It might be less, it might be more. And you've got Dom Hook, who has just run past, is in 3rd place. For the ladies, pretty much the same. We've got Tanya in 1st place, Marie in 2nd, and Vanessa in 3rd. And again, those girls are quite spread out. I think we've got a lap between Tanya and Marie, and then 2 laps back to Vanessa. So pretty much the same thing. We've still got Craig on the water, and we've still got a lot of people. Thank you so much, Sarah, once again for sharing that result feed. You are epic. You get the prize for
technical
support and longevity of watching. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So anybody who wants to look at the results live, click on that link that Sarah has just provided for you, and you can check out who's in the lead over the whole race. I think Tanya was lying 3rd overall for a little while. I don't know whether she still is. So she was in 3rd place overall, men and women. So hi Jill, thank you so much for watching. Let's just check and see if we've got anybody who wants to come on the... Nope. Okay. We are just waiting for a guest who is going to come on. In the previous episode, we had Jordan Wiley, who was he's always lovely, very enthusiastic, loved the event, wished he could have been here, gave some very good words of wisdom about getting stuck into anything that you want to get stuck into, basically, be it a big challenge, a little challenge, anything. Just get outside and have a go, and don't worry about anybody else. Hi Joanne, thank you very much for watching. And Jill, it is windy. The wind died off for a little while, just for a little bit, and now it's back. Paul Davids, he is still paddling, I think. He was still paddling a little while ago. We'll find out for you, Scott, and see where he is in the grand scheme of things. So we will check out how he's doing. He looked pretty relaxed and pretty happy with how things were going. I don't know very well, but he looked pretty chilled. So that's great. Here comes young Pinky Paddles, Leanne. We will give him a zippy. Absolutely, well done. Keep going. Just grinding out those miles. Fantastic. We will give him a shout out. So here we've got our female leader, who looks pretty relaxed, still smiling. She's those steps are a bit of a killer, actually. Can I lean on that? Yes. So here's Tanya Ecker from Germany, and she is doing amazingly well. So still smiling, still looks quite unassuming and whatever. Come on, Tanya.
Come on,
fantastic. One more lap. Always. Or 3. So she's got her little station organised here. I said it before, but it's like a blood bank. Look. She's got her little blood banks tied up there, which is just brilliant. Greg Wingo, don't see a join button. Ooh.
Oh dear, dear.
Okay. I can't remember. Request to join, isn't it? I think it's when you... I think, Greg, when you... Oh, I'm not sure, actually, as a... We're struggling a bit with this, Greg, so... yeah, the last person we had on actually joined. They request... Or we sent a request to them, but I don't know that we can do that with you. Let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. Hang on in there, Greg. We'll try and sort this out. Ban. We don't want to ban him. Oh. No, we don't want any of those, do we?
Okay. Greg, I think we might have to admit defeat on this. It was a real shame, because we're really looking forward to having you on. It may well be something settings related. Generally, when people pop up here, we've got the opportunity to add them.
Okay, let's just ask someone who's watching. Can you see on your screen somewhere where it says request to join this video? If there's any help that you can give us to get Greg on our live feed, that would be greatly appreciated, because we've got some people. So someone has just come on, Suzanne Patterson. Okay, so did you see that, Greg? Someone has posted, Sarah Baker.
Bottom left of the comments page, image of 2 people you request to join.
Okay, Greg, try that.
This is live tech support from the beach.
So, Tina Smith. Where's Tina Smith? Is this Tina Smith, do you think?
Oh, yeah. Right.
So we're just trying to sort some tech out.
Right. Right.
Shall I show you? So, Greg. Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, right at the bottom by the messages. So by the comments, there's a little button on the left of that. So before you make... Yeah, a little person symbol. Oh, you guys are epic. Thank you so much for your help. Can you see that, Greg? So where the live feed is, down the bottom, by the message section, there's a little icon with a couple of people. If you press that, we might be able to get you on, because it would be great. Thank you so much, Hive Minds.
Cheers.
Tina Smith. Are you Tina Smith?
I am.
Hello, we've got a message from Tam Smith. So she said, I'm doing a live feed on Facebook, and she said, shout out to my mum, Tina Smith, to your left, who is supporting my brother. Yes. Okay. Well done to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right, Greg, I think we're a go. Thank you. Okay, let's see what happens, Greg. Let's keep our fingers crossed for something. Yep. Yay! We did it! Thank you so much to all those people who are watching who really helped us. Oh, he's gone. No, you're there.
There we are.
Helped us find Greg and invite him onto this. And I'm going to let. Hello, Greg. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Sorry. So what we have discovered in this is that if you're using the desktop version, it doesn't give you that option. You have to do it on your phone. So for anybody joining going forward, you got to do this on your phone.
Thank you so much. Thank you to our watchers, and thank you to Greg for giving us that heads up.
Yeah, I was beating my brains trying to figure out how to get on there.
I know. It's quite stressful, because obviously we want to have you. We want to share your knowledge.
Yeah, this is great.
So I'm going to let Simon ask you some questions first of all, as you've spoken to him before. So
fantastic.
Hey Greg, well done, and thanks again to all of our tech support online who've helped us with this. Very much appreciated. So Greg, I mean, I don't know whether you recognise what magnitude of wrongs you've done, but this is spawned out of inspiration from Last Paddler Standing. You know, Brendan's experience with you the first year, but it's the same but slightly different. What's your impression of SUP 12 and the way that Brendan's sort of taken things and moved things onwards?
I think it's fantastic. I was actually thinking about some of the comparisons between the two races and some of the big differences between them as well. And I think what is great that Brendan has done is he has found some of the elements that tie in a little bit closer to actual racing. Obviously, there's a speed element in his race that doesn't really exist in Last Paddler Standing until much later in the race. And so he's sort of found that middle ground between what has historically been the style of SUP racing and where we are with Last Paddler Standing. There's obviously a big range there, and he's fitting in that space right there in the middle, which I think is fantastic. And then he's opening the doors for so many people to really get a first introduction into what endurance paddling is and the growth of that area of our sport. And I think that's great. That's exactly what we want. We want more races that bring people in, that get them to try different styles of racing that they're not used to, and find out that really the endurance paddling world is where it's at. That's where the fun and the excitement really is.
Well,
absolutely.
Yeah.
We agree. We absolutely agree.
We're in violent agreement with you, Greg, as usual. And yeah, you're absolutely right. And what's sort of strange is that we've got people competing here who haven't competed in the traditional racing circuit. They've kind of cut that out and gone straight into the endurance side. And the other thing, which I know we discussed on our interview and the review of the year, is around the whole vibe around the event, because it's very much that, isn't it? It's everyone together, and it's a really special atmosphere. And your last edition of Last Paddler Standing was an absolute classic. I mean, every year is a classic pretty much, but what is it, do you think, about these ultra races which lead to that incredible vibe?
I think the thing that draws people in, that you're seeing from your broadcast right now and that we see from Last Paddler Standing, is that we're telling a story. We are giving viewers and fans of the sport an opportunity not only to learn more about these racers and who they are and what they go through, but we're able to tell the story of a race or a competition that you simply don't get with the shorter distance events. And so Craig Sawyer and I were having a conversation the other day about this. That's where we are really going to see this grow. That's where we saw it in the first year with Chris Parker and SUP Racer, was that we were discovering that is what we're going to be able to tell in all of this, is that there's a real human interest level to the endurance side of it that I think doesn't exist in some of the others. And then the other thing that I think we're going to find is that the every man, the every woman, the person who wants to see how far they can go and how much they can push themselves, it really exists in the long distance and the endurance side in a much greater scale than some of the short distance pro side. At the end of the day, if I get on a board, Boothie is going to destroy me, right? But if I put Boothie in Last Paddler Standing, well, who knows? We don't really know. And so I think that's where we see a lot of the growth potential, is in that area of being able to see what somebody can do and match themselves against some pretty great paddlers.
Yeah. Can I interject?
Yeah.
Just talk to you about, so you mentioned Chris Parker and his take on the whole, this is where it's at, this is where these stories are coming from. It's like the Yukon and Last Paddler Standing. It's just amazing. I bumped into Paolo in Italy last week.
Great.
Had a good chat with him. I mean, he's always a lovely gentleman. They did incredibly well in the short distance races, but he's someone who has transitioned over well, winner of the first Last Paddler Standing, but he's a racer. He's racing in tech and sprints, and he seems to be able to do it all. Sprints are actually not his thing, but the sort of 12k distance, and yet he comes over to Last Paddler Standing and absolutely smashes it. Broke the mold, which wasn't even there at the time. Vegan, on his own, no support, youngest paddler. won the race. I mean, just incredible. So he's able to do it. He has done it,
Right.
hasn't he? And that, I think, is fascinating. And he's now back doing the shorter races, but hallelujah, he's coming back to do last paddler standing this
That's
year,
right.
isn't he? So
Yeah.
what's your take on that? You know, there is a crossover. People can do both. Obviously, he's got to train. You know, he's got to lead up to it. So last year he wanted particularly to do a certain type of racing, and he couldn't then do last paddler standing. What's your take on that? You know, how do you think they can manage that? That, you know, juggling those shorter races and that last, you know, something like last paddler standing or this endurance race here. Sorry to keep going on. We've got people here who race in the national series in the UK, so they're doing their 10, 12K races, they're doing their sprints, and yet here they are, they're coming here and they're having a go at this, and they're doing incredibly well. They will be broken and have to recover for quite a long time. So what's your take on that whole thing?
So I think Paolo is a great example of somebody who is going to be sort of the torchbearer for showing all the professional paddlers that there is other options out there that can be just as appealing and completely different than the style of racing that they're doing right now, and while also being complementary to what they're doing. Him coming back to do last paddler standing after spending a year being really focused on some of the more technical shorter distance races just shows that there is a desire to do lots of different racing and to be professional and to do all of this. And I think if we get more and more of the racers who are racing full time to try some of these other styles of competitions, we're going to see that they're going to want to do it all, that they're not going to want to just do one thing and not the other, and that it can work for them. And that's why last paddler standing this year is 1 week after the ICF World Cup,
World Championship.
the World Championships, is because I want to see a few of them that are already going to be staying in Florida with their, with their board brand or whoever's supporting them, to just come out and see what a couple of loops feels like. What is that atmosphere like? What's the difference between what they do all year long and what we're doing with something like last paddler standing? And I'm sure that Paolo is going to be talking to people all year long saying, hey, while you're in Sarasota, just stay around a few days.
Come and have a go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just come give it a try.
He was trying to encourage me to come and do a couple of loops, and I thought, well, I'm not
come
sure
on.
about that, but I would. Maybe not this year, but I would. And yes, I mean, the ICF World Championships in Sarasota it's almost like a warm up for your event. It's such a, comparatively tiny races. Obviously, they're going flat out, but it's almost like, well, they can then just transition to yours and slowly go off on that beautiful slow start line and that
That's
elegant racing. It's a completely different vibe, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I think it's very, I'm sure both of you know this, there's a real good comparison between running a 5K and running a 100-mile race, which is that the 5K is all physical. It's 99% physical, 1% mental. And as you move up in distance, those things start to change, and you see that a lot of it becomes much more mental and a lot less physical, because the body will reach a point where it can just continue to endure at a certain amount of physicality, while the mental side of it is what starts to differentiate. And it's the same thing with this. Paolo goes out and does some of these shorter distance races. He's not thinking, he's just doing, right? Yeah. But then you add in something like what people are experiencing today. It's 50-50 today. It's very physical out there for everybody doing this 12 hours, but they have 12 hours to mentally check out as well. And so they're really having to fight both physical and mental. Whereas with last paddler standing, it becomes extremely mental. You ask a John Nippers, you ask a Blake Carmichael, you ask them what they were going through on loop 42. That's different than what they were going through on loop 22. So that's something that I want to see grow within the sport, is people work on doing races that are a little bit more mental. And I plan to continue to add to that stable of mental races for sure.
Well, I think you've taught Brendan Prince well, because he's got that. We've got this transition area here with all the seats. They have to run past it very close, and it's that whole mental. Do I stop? Do I not? The flapjacks are pulling me in, and what do I do? And
don't talk about flapjacks. It's the smell of bacon earlier.
But we've got Bruce here, so Bruce is
great.
metronoming it round. He's currently in second place. So last year he won. Obviously, PJ Simmons was second. This year, PJ got a point to prove, and he's a lap ahead of Bruce. So it'll be interesting to see how the next couple of hours. Let's pass you over to Simon, because I'm sure he's got loads of questions.
Yeah, well, I mean, just to comment, and I think we probably said this before, it's a marathon, not a sprint, but I think we're going into the last 2.5 hours, so it's probably more of a sprint than a marathon now. So it's unbelievable.
They
certainly could start hotting up, and it's incredible that we've been doing the commentary now for 10 hours, isn't it?
Crazy.
I mean that's small potatoes to you, Greg, over there. I know your guys put in much bigger stints than that, but I did have a question for you. I understand that there's a vicious rumour going around that you're coming over to the UK, and just tell us a bit about that trip and where you're going.
So I am coming over to do Race to the Castle in 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks from today. I will. I'm participating. I'm certainly not racing. I'm as the whole paddling world knows, I'm not a racer. I'm just a race director. But I am coming over to participate in the race, and they've been kind enough. Cassie and Mark have been kind enough to invite me to speak about Last Paddler Standing and Great Alabama 650, my other race, during that race event. And I think there's going to be some more things happening in the UK in the future as well. So, I would encourage everybody, both involved with SUP 12 and with Race to the Castle and other events like that, to stay tuned and to continue to support all these UK races, and look forward to some more things happening here in the future as well.
Oh, it's so exciting to see you say that. I mean, we love what you do. We love what you've done. We love how you've shaken it up and created this slowest, most exciting race, the slowest race.
With the narrative and the vibe, and that's the thing really that makes the difference.
Yeah, absolutely glued to it, for sure. It's
brilliant.
Just the most exciting thing
actually, Brendan. Brendan. So let me just
look who we've got.
Look who we've got here.
Looky.
Dude.
Hey, my man.
How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Who's the most appropriate person to speak to right today for me? Is you.
Oh, thank you, my
that's
friend.
lovely.
Thank you.
Where are you right now?
Thank you. I'm sitting in my house. I'm actually at home. So,
awesome.
So I'm it is a bit unusual. I do a good bit of traveling, so it is. But I'm jealous to not be there right now. It looks like it's epic. I hope you're getting the work. I hope the conditions are absolutely as challenging as they can be for everybody, and you're getting the race that you want.
Yeah. Well, I know from you love the fact that every competitor hates you by the end of the experience. I'm having exactly the same. They're all running past going, I hate you. Putting us through this. But you, mate, and I've said this to you many times before, a lot of the inspiration of what we're doing here is down to you. So, and that must never be forgotten. So,
well, I'm super. I was telling them before you hopped on. I'm super proud of what you've been able to do. You have definitely taken concepts of what Last Paddler Standing is and made it even more interesting in the style that you're doing. And I love it. I think it's fantastic. I love watching it. I love, hearing from people like Bruce, who experience both the races and kind of can talk to what that's like. And I think what's really cool is, I think what you and I would probably agree is we want to grow this style of competition within the paddling world. And it's great when you see racers try different styles of racing and can get excited about those different styles of racing while being really challenged by what we create. And so I'm super proud of what you're doing there.
and the fact they didn't realise that they'd loved something they had no idea about, I just think is fantastic, and we're enlightening them in that world.
Yeah, and there are people here, you know, there are people on all sorts of boards. Someone asked a question, how many hard boards, how many ice ups? And it's about 50-50, which really surprised me. But also some of these people have never paddled on the sea. You know, it's quite windy out there. It looks quite benign, but it is windy. And they're really struggling. They're really working hard, aren't they? And they're doing, you know, 20 laps or whatever. But there are people who've never paddled on the sea. Some people who've never been in a race. And they just come along and get stuck in. And they're still here 9 hours later paddling round. It's just bonkers, isn't it? It's really testament to events like yours, Greg, and events like this, Brendan, you know, that something has been created which really fires up that
and to piggyback on what we were saying earlier about telling a story, the other thing that I think we're doing that you're doing there with this race, and that I think we're doing here in the US, is we're creating a community. We're actually creating a community right now. We're taking existing paddlers that have been a part of the broader racing community, and we're creating its own little community here. And we're drawing in people that don't even paddle into doing endurance sports as well, into doing endurance paddling. And so that's an exciting thing. We're on the front edge of that with these types of competitions, and I'm just super proud of what y'all are doing there.
Well,
Greg, thanks so much for joining us. You know, this is
eventually.
This is the love child of Last Paddler Standing. So yeah, you and Brendan, fantastic bringing this forward. And I understand we've got a 10-year contract to be presenting this.
Yeah, we've got a contract here, Greg. You know, 10 years, mate.
Love
it. I'll see you in Florida, dude.
Fantastic, and fantastic. We're excited to have you back. We know you're going to be a strong competitor this year, and it's shaping up to be a pretty great race. It's a strong group of racers. So, you know,
will you be able to replicate that beautiful moment, that beautiful end to that race last year? I mean,
there'll be
can that be replicated? There will be something different. Yeah.
I think
thought about yet. Sure.
I think it's guaranteed. I think it's guaranteed that every single year is going to have some sort of crazy ending, and one of these years, the race is going to win, and I'm going to be the bad guy. So
you will. Yeah. Don't you talk like that on live on Facebook.
I'll be giving you the biggest hug when you do, because that's basically what it's all about.
It's part of it. It's part of it.
Amazing.
That's right.
Oh, it's
That's
so
right.
lovely to see your face.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Greg,
all of you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye. Bye.
Click, click, click. Brilliant.
There we go. Wow. That was
something, wasn't it? People, get a load of that. We hope you enjoyed that interview with Greg Winger. If you haven't come across him before, you don't know what we're talking about. We were talking about Last Paddler Standing. Go and check it out. It is the most insanely dull, but absolutely riveting race. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Dull is not a word I should be using, but it's slow. It's slow. It's
not. It's a slow burn, but it's a burn at the end.
Oh God, it's just and to watch it. This race last year was on for just over 48 hours, and we were glued to it. And I said it before, it's like watching paint dry, but it's the most exciting because there are so many things that can happen at the end, and you just need to look at the rules and see what will happen. And it's just utterly brilliant. So thank you so much to Greg.
Yeah, and
thank you for organising that. You're amazing.
No problemo. we had a couple of great interviews, haven't we? And
we have.
We might have some more. We don't know, but it's back to the race now, and Dominic's doing a good job. So I think what we'll do is if we go back to our sofa, let's just.
Oh, how lovely.
And then we can have a look at some.
Yeah, let's go back to sofa surfing, and we will look at the scores, and we might even find a flapjack there for us, because we've not had anything to eat really, have we? No, not had anything to eat really. And Tam, I gave your mum a shout out, so oi, off it. We've been interviewing people. Hi. Oh, thank you so much. Back on the sofa. All right, here comes the River Ninja, just in time. Eric coming up those steps. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Still on fire.
Still on fire,
yeah,
good man.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is so, but you know, still going to continue. It's a good fun.
One more lap.
One more lap.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Always. So, Mark Short. Gosh, guys, again, thank you so much for your help, Suzanne. Susan Jones, hello, Dean Rice. Gosh, names from the past. Thank you so much for your tech help. We really couldn't understand that, but he was on a laptop, and apparently there's not that option on a laptop. So, if anybody else wants to join, they have to join on a phone.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. So thank you very much for that help. Gosh.
What a fantastic.
Do you know, the levels of excitement will be going up. Go, young lady. There's Tanya grinding it out there. Have you got any scores on the doors, Simon?
We're resolutely back to splitting everything out, but I think we can make some sense.
Okay. Can you see?
Okay, so while it catches up, we will have to start with the gents. So we have.
Well done, Chris. Good job. Keep it up.
I'm not right. Okay, so this is the latest information I've got here. So PJ.
And talk of the devil again. Look who's coming up the beach. It's almost like we planned that on purpose, but we didn't. We're just lucky like that. So PJ is just about running up the steps, and we'll hear in a minute from Simon how many laps. Well done, PJ. Keep going. Fantastic paddling. Well done.
So it's not playing ball, is it? Really?
Or is it not? Is it not?
Why don't we go to the van?
Let's go to the van. So let's see. Dean Rice, Graham Smith. Tam, my pleasure to go and say hello and shout out. That's what we're here for. Yay. Scott, hey, Greg Wingo. Hey, Greg Wingo. Hi, Greg. Joe Harper. I hope you all enjoyed that. Angela Kerr, Alison, Laurie, Runner ATC, Kelly Wilkes, Sarah Baker. Oh, shout out to Gora and Gustafsson. Absolutely. Michael Green, Amy, Bryant, Carl, gosh, lots of you. Emily Evans, hello. Hey, Emily Evans, says Scott. Eddie Fletcher. Emily, well done on a 10-hour commentary, and keep going, everyone. Steve Rutt, hi. Scott, hello. Leslie Musgrove, Sue Wheeler, Suzanne Patterson, Catherine Sawyer, Kathleen Smith, John Oliver, Sam Rutt, Sarah Baker, blah, blah, blah. Carl Jenkinson, Marcel, Fabrizio, Ross, Steve Humphreys, Lisa Knott, Team Shack is watching. Thank you so much, guys. And once again, thank you so much for the help with the tech, because we were seriously a bit stuffed, actually. We just couldn't work it out. Sarah Maxey, thank you so much for watching. We're just going to go to the van and check out the scores on the doors, and we will show you all the information that we get from the super van. So let's go and see those guys. Team Prince there. Team Prince. So let's go and see what is happening. So look, here's the van. So we're just away from the water, and we're just here, and we can hopefully see the scores on the doors. But look at this. How incredible is this information? I'm just going to get close so that you can actually see it.
So yeah, there is clear blue water now between first and second place. So we've got PJ Simmons now on 26 laps, Bruce on 24, and Dom on 22. So it looks
26, 24, 22.
So that's
amazing. So that looks pretty spread out, and you think, well, in the last 2 hours, is that going to change? But you don't know.
It can all change in a second, can't it?
Yeah,
just a bit of cramp, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then in terms of Tanya, she's on 23 laps. So that's incredible. That puts her in third place overall.
Okay,
in the competition, and obviously first place for women. Marie, 21 laps. So that would place her in fifth overall. And then we've got Vanessa there on 19 as well, and she's also sort of up there within the first half of the race.
Wow.
Vera has kept it going. I mean, she's frankly, she looks rather exhausted, and
absolutely. Is Tam your sister?
Yeah, she is.
She was on. So look, Tam, are you still there? Look who's here. Have you finished?
No.
No, good man. That's the
more
answer
lap,
we
I think.
want. One more lap. That's all you have to say all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
So Tam, there he is,
Repeatedly.
paddling hard. There's Mum. Look, carrying the paddle, doing a good job. Well, keep going. You're doing well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. And Tam's watching and cheering you on.
So we've got Vera. So we got Vera. Vera's sort of taken a slow and steady approach. She's in 4th place on 18 laps.
Look, let's get a bit closer so you can see. There's obviously a lot of reflection here, so it's not easy to see. But this is the sort of information. Oh, Tam, I'm glad you're still on and you saw that. So I just suddenly realised who it was. Recognised your mother. So that's really nice. That's what we love to do. Gosh.
So yeah, I mean the female sort of numbers are probably not likely to change too much.
No, and is this female up here as well? Yep.
That's the extension.
Okay.
So goes on.
So where's my buddy Sarah Perkins? What's she
Sarah
doing?
Perkins is 10th, and she's got 13 laps.
Yummy.
So,
Greg, thank you so much for being on, and we really appreciate your support for this event. I know it's close to your heart, and you got some great wise words about endurance racing. And look, here's Brendan's beautiful chair that was made for him. It's really nice for you to. Thank goodness we got that tech sorted. Thanks to our amazing followers and people chatting and telling us how it works. None of us knew, did we? But we got you on, so that's brilliant. And thanks to Simon for organising such fabulous guests. Inspired thinking, my friend.
well, yeah, I think it's it's great to chat to some of these people and the people who inspired all of this, and they all have. I mean, Jordan and as well, the extreme experience. But this is sort of slightly more contained, I guess.
Absolutely.
Than his,
yes.
And slightly shorter as well.
Yes, slightly shorter. They've got some great safety cover. I think we've got a few boats on, so they can just go out and have a go. And if they get into trouble, they won't really be in trouble. They'll be very well looked after. They can challenge themselves. And it still appears that people are coming in and then going out, doesn't it?
Yeah, very much.
Have you spotted that?
They're coming in very much closer. But the wind has dropped slightly from about half an hour ago. But it's still
blowing, and these paddlers will be getting more tired. So
and the fact that they've been doing this now for
10 hours.
10 hours. It's a toughie.
Absolutely. So fair play to all the paddlers. We don't know how many people are still paddling, but we think there's quite a lot, don't we?
Well,
we don't have that information to our fingertips. But yes, and I think Craig is still paddling, isn't he?
There, isn't he?
So we'll give him a shout out when we see him. He's a bit like a Duracell bunny. As you know, Greg, with his commentary, it was fantastic to watch. Really, really good stuff. But we've got some good. I love it that people. Oh, it's fantastic. You've got people not sleeping because they wanted to watch Last Paddler Standing. It's just amazing. People booking time off to watch Last Paddler Standing. It really was that gripping, wasn't it? Yeah, it was fantastic.
What a day that we've had. I mean, it's the sun's starting to sort of retreat a little bit behind the clouds, clouding up a bit. But we've been so lucky with the weather. Whether or not the competitors would feel that, I don't know. But certainly it's better than the weather that has been. It's been hoolies and all sorts, and the weather conditions have not been great here either.
No, absolutely. I'm just going to turn around because who we were speaking about is just coming along here. So I'm just going to walk along with him, and there he is, Craig. Right, young man.
Can we just talk about nutrition?
Let's have a look. Let's see what it is.
Yeah.
So we've just had Skipper's back on. He's had a good sleep, so he wished you good paddling, Skippy.
Thank you.
Yep. How's it going? Yep.
That's okay. The wind's dropping. The wind is dropping a little bit, maybe.
Okay.
Well, every lap I change my mind.
Yeah.
Well, it just keeps doing it. It keeps picking up.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
dropping off.
it's in a direction that's not really an advantage for pretty much anything.
No.
But it's the same for everyone, right?
Absolutely.
So that's So.
And we've just had a lovely chat with Greg. He's been on the live
Oh,
feed, and
awesome.
we've had a
Hey,
fantastic
Greg.
chat. So
Yeah, no, it's all going good. It's all good. And don't you love the steam train?
Oh, look at that! Let's quickly turn.
You got to get a steam
around.
train. I mean, where else can you paddle and get a steam train going across?
See it there
Every
on the
so often you get a
hillside.
toot toot.
Yeah.
It's nutrition, M&M peanuts.
It's the yellow ones apparently that give the real power. So I'm glad that you're featuring on those ones.
Right, I'm going to take 2.5 seconds of my next lap.
There you go.
All right, off you go. Good luck. Great paddling. So, epic paddling from Craig. He has done some great endurance races, SUP 11 cities, last paddler standing, and last but not least, the Yukon 1000. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It will blow your mind.
It's quite amazing, and he's producing a documentary on it.
Yes, he is the SUP coach as well, and if you look him up, Craig Sawyer, you will find links through to that,
that trailer of
The trailer is
results.
beautiful, and we cannot wait to see the.
Right, it's got great material to deal with. There's a question there: is Craig doing or commentating on this year's Lance Paddler Standing? Well, we can ask him on his way round, can't we?
We can. I think he's planning to do it, which, depending on how he does, he'll be commentating as well.
But he also helped out with the media around that, because there was an issue right at the last minute where the previous coverage and the arrangements fell through. So he stepped into the breach really well and produced a fantastic product.
Well, it was great because it was a week to go, and as Simon said, they lost their commentary team, or who was supposed to be doing it. So there were frantic calls going about to all sorts of people. I think we were both called about it. Could we help? And actually, it was Craig, as well as SUP Border Mag. SUP Border Mag took it on to produce on their YouTube. I think it was their YouTube channel, wasn't it? So Craig basically went out there to race, but spent a little while at the beginning setting up all the system, making sure it could be done. I mean, that's his job. So. But to have that mindset to be able to do that as well as concentrate on his race, he was absolutely brilliant at that. So, without that, we would not have any coverage.
And it doesn't only benefit us, those of us who watch it, and of course we would have missed otherwise the most fantastic race, but it also has an impact on the sponsorship and the continuance of the race, because otherwise the profile just isn't there. So the fact that Craig was able to step in and provide something, that not only pleased, but I hope delighted the sponsors, because it was a fantastic event, a great result in the end, a huge story. And obviously there's a even bigger opportunity in its third year to develop it, bearing in mind that there's the major championships happening in the same
Absolutely.
place.
Well, it appears that Craig is planning to commentate, so that is epic. That will make a lot of people very, very happy. So thank you for that information, Greg. We look forward to it. We've got Sarah Perkins coming up the beach. She's still paddling, having thought she might give up after about 3 laps. She was definitely not in the mindset to be carrying on, but here she is, 13 laps later.
Yeah.
She's cracking on with it, so it's been a bit of a slow burner for her, but she's still doing it, she's still in it, and she's still paddling, so really great stuff. So we should actually talk to sponsors. Let's go and talk about the sponsors before we have to leave. Obviously we've got a couple of hours left, but let's just, looky. Seacap, check these people out. These are the most amazing little hats. A really, really clever idea. It's a little beanie that you pull on, and it's bright yellow with a reflective strip around. And it's in its own little pouch, and it's great for just popping on so that you can be seen somewhere if you get into trouble. And it's a really lovely little beanie. So. Stand Up Paddle Mag, here we go. Let's just give you a sight of that. I write for them, and it's a wonderful, wonderful magazine. We've got some great stuff in there. It's just great to write about epic SUP people and paddling and what they do. So SUP Mag, that's us. You know all about us. Paddle UK, recently rebranded from British Canoeing, so they are really taking on board SUP Racing. I know that Simon had a good chat with Lee Pauley, he was down here from Paddle UK. Great to see their support, their headline sponsors for this event. Oscar Propulsion, who are the new slitted paddles you can see there. Thank you, Simon. It's like a sales show, this, isn't it? So very interesting, the slitted blades and what that means. Peninsula Medics, I think they're the guys on site who are looking after anybody who may be feeling slightly queasy. CCAP, Western Event Hire, I'm guessing that's all the, maybe the, I don't know, all the barriers and things like that. Red, who are always super supportive of any event. John Hibbard from Red has been down today to say hi and support his paddlers. SUP 12, we know who they are. You've got some little timing chips then. What's My Time, which is the timekeepers who, and that has been a really, really brilliant resource to look at and be able to find out people's times. Shorties, Mark from Shorties, amazing support. He produces all the tech gear and the t-shirts and the hoodies for this event, and that you can buy, and he donates a huge amount of money to Brendan Prince's Above Water charity. So well done, Mark. And SUP Junkie t-shirts and kit is available now through Shorties. Oh, there we are again. There he is again. There that is again. So there you go. The Paddler magazine, again, I write for them periodically. They are the sister publication for SUP Mag UK. And last but not least, check it out. It's a great podcast. How many episodes are you in now?
114 now.
114 and growing.
A load of topics, and it's worth having a delve about into our back catalogue.
Yeah, check out the archive as well, because there are some just really, really great people that Simon has chatted to, and be they adventurers, be they people who know about the wind and the tides, cold water. Just too many. I mean, just go and check it out. You can find that on all your podcasts, so Apple, Spotify, whatever. Go and check it out, SUP FM podcast, and you'll find some really, really great guests there. Sarah Baker, you're a legend. Thank you so much for sharing the What's My Time results link, so you can see who's doing what. How long have we got? It feels like we're now going to have to speak very quickly because time's running out.
Yes, time is. It's almost 5 o'clock, which means we've only got 2 hours left. We've got to cram in the rest of our content within 2 hours.
Okay, I haven't even looked at my book. People say, what are you going to talk about for 12 hours? But you know what?
We've done it for 10
happens.
hours.
It just happens. You have a plan to do things, and then talk about a certain subject, and then you get diverted by talking to someone else or seeing someone else or having a guest on. It's been absolutely brilliant this year. We really hope that you've enjoyed it, and please give us a thumbs up if you have. You can still see all those boards on the wall, down at the water. You can still see all the paddlers there. Go, Bruce! Bruce is still going with Karen there. He's got his coat on to keep him a little bit warmer, but he's still going, he's still eating, he's still rocking on. So
let's go on a walk.
Let's go on a walk. Let's go on a walk.
I've just looked at the table. The rotational scale is the one in front of me. How many kilometres is it?
2 hours to go. 2 hours to go.
2
2 hours to go, people. Thank you, Suzanne. We're really enjoying it. We can talk. We can talk for England. We can talk about paddleboarding. We love it. We love the racing. We love the endurance. We love the adventure. Okay, sorry about that. We lost a bit of connection. I might just stay where I am. Yeah, Bruce, one more lap. yeah, if you want to check out any of my articles and people I've written about, so people like Jordan and Brendan and all sorts of inspirational people, have a look on my link tree, which is at the top of my Instagram and also Facebook page, supjunkie.uk, and you can click on a link and it takes you to all of my articles in Sup Mag and The Paddler. So some very big names in there, some inspirational people I've been lucky enough to interview. So we're going to go for a wander, and I'm hoping that the live feed doesn't cut out. So thank you, Suzanne. Very sweet of you to say that. We're enjoying it. We hope you are too. So sorry. How's it going, Sup Surfers? Feeling the burn? Okay, you've done this before? No? Okay. But you obviously sup surf because you've got sup surf boards, or do you just
Do a bit of everything, really.
Okay.
Collecting boards, basically. A new one seems to appear
You say
each
that
year.
you say that like it's wrong. This is what we do.
Yeah.
We collect boards, don't we?
The perfect number is
but they never seem to go.
No, you can't sell them. It's N+1, isn't it? Isn't that
Exactly.
the criteria? So just get used to it. Just get used to it.
yeah.
But how are you finding this event?
Really fun. Just very tiring, especially on the subsurface.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pushing water around and
But maybe better that than an inflatable. Would you rather be on that than an inflatable, or would you rather be on a carbon race board?
More windage on it, folks.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, I'll give it a go on another one. Maybe next year.
yeah.
Great, you're already talking about next year. You're
next
talking
year.
about the pain. You're talking about next year. That's brilliant. That's really epic. We've enjoyed watching you go around together. It's nice that you're paddling together, and
We need some more surfing.
Well,
it's a bit at the top, wasn't there?
there was a 6-inch wave there. I saw it. Yeah.
Call that one. That's
Yeah.
So,
Brilliant. All right.
cool.
Well done. Keep going.
very much.
Keep
See
going.
you later.
Fabulous. I love it that the wife or girlfriend was like, "Oh, you keep buying new balls. They're not getting rid of any." That's what it's like in any sport, I think. So look at that group of paddlers on that headland, working their way out. We've got some more paddlers coming in. We will check out who's coming in. Do we sit on the sofa of doom?
So why don't we have a walk down there and
Okay.
check out the wind?
Oh, I'm not looking forward to it already. I'm feeling chilly already. So we're going back on the beach, folk. We are going to go and see what's happening down here and see who's in the mix. Let's do a little pan round. There's Simon, in case you forgot what he looks like. And you've still got a lot of people watching on the beach. Let's just give them a pan round and just see. This is what it's been like all day. Great, isn't it? All that support. You've got people who've got support with them. And we're going to trot over here, apparently. You can feel that. You can probably hear that wind a little bit now. So who are we going to find? This one.
What are you doing?
We're coming in live. We're coming in hot. So, hello.
Hello.
What do you think of this event then?
Bloody amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, not for the faint-hearted, but we've got some amazing paddlers in the UK. So
Yeah.
each one of them have pushed themselves way beyond probably their own personal limits. It's just been amazing to see. The venue is really brilliant. It's a really great venue.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Really beautiful.
We like it.
As spectators, great for spectators as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've really loved it. You guys have done an amazing job.
Thank you. And how are you finding this? How's Johnny getting on? He's still
Doing
paddling?
really well. He's just coming in.
Okay.
He's doing amazing, and I think they're all getting to the point now where it's like really kind of hurting and breaking them, but so many of them are just pushing through, carrying on.
Absolutely.
They're just doing such an amazing job.
It is quite incredible. They come up those stairs, they see you and they give you a smile, but they're really sort of, they're struggling. You know, you can feel the pain now, can't you?
Yeah, and every time they come in, they just look a little bit more broken.
Bit more broken.
Just trying to encourage them.
But they still go on. It's incredible. Thank you, girls. We'll see you later. Right, we're going to wander down. There's Johnny coming in there. So, Johnny in the hat, if you want to follow Johnny. Go, Johnny! Bo Nixon is watching again, so thank you, Bo, for watching.
There we go. So we've got
Tor. There you go, just in time to see PJ. Go, PJ! Keep
PJ,
going.
Marie and Johnny all together.
Okay, there's Duncan in his natty little hat. Ben Green there.
One more lap.
Number 72. One more lap. Come on, guys. You got this. Looking very positive there. And yeah, we've still, this is Dom coming in here. So Dom Hook from Base Up. Well done, Dom. Keep it up. Tanya Ecker, First Lady. Go, Tanya. Good stuff. So, the scores on the doors, I'm not sure that they've changed from a little while ago because the spacing actually is quite big, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it was like that last year. I think it was much closer.
It was,
certainly between Bruce and PJ, but this year it's a little bit spread out. So Simon is just trying to have a look, but I'm going to just call it because I don't think much has changed for the boys. You've got PJ in first place. He was a couple of laps ahead of Bruce, who was a couple of laps ahead of Dom Hook. So will that change? We're not sure.
What has changed this year apparently is the mileage or the kilometres travelled. So apparently they've already exceeded last year's totals. So you know, they've definitely pushed themselves. Bruce and PJ. PJ has been relentless. He was still running there when we saw him. But the mileage, you know, the number of kilometres covered are more than last year. Last year was a bit difficult because the course got sort of restricted because of safety and so on.
Yep.
So the overall count, the one that we've been talking about, 105 kilometres, that wasn't a real count. That was just based on the original confines of the original course. The maximum performance more like sort of around about 80 odd. But this year that's already been exceeded by PJ, and you know, so we're certainly going to be setting records here, and because the course hasn't changed, this will be the marker for future years.
That's so exciting to hear that, isn't it?
And I would be very surprised, and I don't have any inside knowledge on this, but I would be amazed if we didn't come back to this location again, because it's been absolutely brilliant.
Yep.
You know, for all of the space here, the activity, the facilities, the beach,
the free parking,
all of that has been absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
And again, it's been a top organisation from Brendan and the team who've put this together.
Absolutely, and all the volunteers who help, of course. Bo Nixon, thank you so much. Great coverage. Everyone is doing amazing. They absolutely are. We've enjoyed every minute of it. We're going to go down a bit more to the water's edge and see what we can do. Do check out SUP Border Mag. Some amazing reviews of kit. If ever you want any piece of kit, check out SUP Border Mag, and it's worth getting the Pro Edition. It's something like 30 quid a year, and it's just worth every penny. The reviews and the SUP surfing videos, how to SUP surf, how to whitewater, what to do in whitewater, their knowledge and the people that they have working for them is just huge, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I don't know whether you probably get the Pro as well.
It's just... So I mean, and also the touring and the exploration stuff. That's the sort of stuff that I tend to consume more than anything other than surf stuff. Well, a lot of stuff basically I consume. Yeah, but the touring stuff is particularly good, and the guys there all go out on missions. Even there's a great video of I think Ruben from SUP Border taking his family on a wild camping trip. Bearing in mind, you know, the little one is very little,
like 2 years old.
Yeah,
or something.
exactly.
Yeah,
but it's
brilliant.
such a lovely video, and whenever I want a bit of summer escapism, normally in the winter, you know, that's always a good watch. So there's lots of fantastic, good quality information.
Absolutely,
in there, so
they know their stuff. So we're all over the SUP Border Mag. You can follow them on any social media platform. Check out the YouTube channel and sign up for the Pro if you want to. You can have a free edition, and you get a certain amount of coverage of certain stuff. But the Pro is really good. I'm all over the how to SUP surf, how to whitewater. videos at the moment, actually. They're brilliant. So
There you go.
you can hear him coming. You can hear him coming. So there's Dom, another Duracell bunny, I think. So yeah, thank you for that, Bo. We really appreciate it. Who have we got? Who have we got coming in? So that is Chris McDonald there on the Nash. Well done to him. And then you've got Glyn Smith on the Nisco Disco.
There you go, the bomb-proof.
Yeah, go Chris. Well done. Thank you for watching, Darren. We're in the last 2 hours, so this is going to be hotting up, I think. Jackie Edwards, Kathy Webb, Cheryl Jones, thank you so much for watching.
If you can let us know whether you can hear us, that would be fab.
Yeah, we're down on the windy beach, but actually it's not as windy. Not as windy as it was. So we've got Kaz Dawson coming in here on the left. She is doing this as part of her challenge to raise funds and awareness. Check out suplast.com, and they are doing the Amazon SUP challenge later in the year. So her and two buddies, and it looks a little bit like it's quite windy here. The boards could well blow away. So we've got the board butlers here, which is great, looking after the boards and helping. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Great that you can hear. We do raise our voices when we come down here and the wind is on our backs. So, but thank you for that. Thank you for letting us know. I don't know if you saw Greg Winger, if you were online when we saw that. If you haven't, please backtrack when we finished and check out his chat about Last Paddler Standing and this event, because they pretty much feel they're sort of, you know, well, the small child of Last Paddler Standing is SUP 12.
I think we called it the Love Child.
The Love Child,
yes,
so yeah, the Love
Last
Child.
Paddler
So.
Standing. And certainly it is. I mean, look, I suspect that the water's starting to come back now.
It is. It is.
So we might have to step back at the pace that this
absolutely,
comes.
and the boards will have to, you know, people have to be aware they don't need to be washed away because the tide will zoom in. So, and talking of zooming in, there's Anna Gale Lehman, who is taking photographs for this event. So please, she will post those up on her website, I think she's got now, or certainly on her Facebook page. So do have a look, and she'll probably share them with the event as well. So great to have her. There's Mike Smith's been working most of the day on board butlering.
What's the tide doing all the time?
I know. What's it like?
I know.
What's it like? Just wish we understood why.
Yeah. Needs to take a break, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, give it a rest. Oh no, that means the end of the world if it gives it a rest.
Yeah.
So we've still got paddles on the water. There's a bit of a breeze behind us. It's got a bit, you can see it's got a bit darker. That sun has gone. If I pan around, you can see the sky looks quite grey. I might be going to get my coat soon, actually, before I get too cold. And I think Simon and I have survived today on coffee and flapjacks.
That's it. not very many of either of them.
No,
really.
exactly. I think when we finish, we will be inhaling pasties
Yes, exactly.
and beer.
Yeah.
So we could get a bit squiffy.
Yeah. Look at this. So
that's...
handling the boards in this sort of weather is difficult.
Yeah.
And this is a straight offshore wind, isn't it?
Absolutely. So you can see it's pretty windy.
All right.
Sarah, if you would like us to show presentation of the show coverage of the presentation later, we will do that. Yes, I think we had planned to do that, and I think it's really relevant to for you to know who won, who got the age categories and the prizes that are given out. Definitely, we will do that. So yes, in answer to your question, of course, if you ask, we will do it. That's what we're here for. So yeah, it's pretty chilly down here, actually, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, there's a few on their knees. It's very shallow down there.
It is very shallow, and it's also very windy. So I think we're going to get a bit of knee paddling going on. I think we should walk our way back up. I'm only saying it because I want to go and get my coat.
Yeah.
And what I might do is go and get someone to get us a last coffee or a hot chocolate or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to beg.
But yeah,
beg,
see whether
beg
we
drinks. All right, so we're wandering back up. You can see how far the tide is. I think when the race finishes, it will probably be, I don't know, maybe halfway up here. That's sort of where we started, or maybe up to here. But it's been a cracking event. If you want to get involved, maybe sign up to the Above Water, if there's a newsletter, maybe, and then you'll be able to find out. But just sign up to, all the Facebook pages and everything, so that you can find out, when this event is happening next year, because I think there'll be even more people who want to come and join in all the fun.
Absolutely, and as we discussed earlier on as well, we've got this Riviera meet happening in September, which also sounds very exciting. And as it's brought to you by the same people who bring you SUP 12, you're definitely going to get the vibe there as well. So there's lots of fun stuff going on. Sprints in the harbour, SUP polo, which I really fancy having a go at.
17-kilometre race.
Yeah, I might commentate on that one. But no, I mean, it's fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that event as well. So if you want something a bit sooner than SUP 12, that's where you go.
Ooh, up the steps. Glad I'm not an athlete. Paddling and then coming up these steps, because that is interesting on the back. So, right, let's see if we can find someone. Let's see if we can find Johnny to go and
just paddle down the coast. Maybe. I can't tell you how hard it is.
Oh, so repeat that, Steve.
I've just paddled down the coast of back an hour, right, and I cannot tell you how hard it is out there against that wind. Honestly, and I paddled the bit they've done, and how they're doing that many people, hour after hour, is pretty amazing. Yeah.
And this is from a man who knows exactly how to paddle in this kind of weather.
Well,
but you're
no, I've done about that. But yeah, but honestly,
you're a seasoned paddler, Steve. That's what I mean.
Honestly, they're so impressive, all of them. Yeah,
wow.
It is not easy out there.
No.
It looks easy from the beach, always does, doesn't it? But
yeah.
Yeah.
But you can, even if you just walk down the beach.
I mean, just show us now how many's left. Just film how many are left out there now. There's loads, aren't there? Yeah.
Absolutely, loads and loads. We're so impressed with how many people are left. Yeah. Thank you for that insight, Steve. Yeah. Brilliant bit of insight. Let's go and find someone to get us a drink, shall we?
Yeah.
Hi, Paul. We're just going to go and find someone to try and get us a drink. Simon, should I go and get us a drink and you can carry on chatting? 1 hour, 50 minutes to go. That's right. Thank you so much for pointing that out. It's getting close to the wire, so we are going to go and I'm going to give Simon this. What would you like?
Hot chocolate sounds fantastic.
Normal milk or?
I
don't
mind.
To pay with it.
You haven't?
No, because it's on there.
Okay. Would you? Yeah. Shall I give you my card?
Oh, hang on. Maybe I've got some money. Hot chocolate with milk. Normal milk.
Yes, please. Okay. As long as it's hot, I don't mind what it is. Right. Okay. So, don't know whether that was wise or not. Sarah's disappeared with my my card.
There you go, that's safe.
It's champagne all round.
Yeah.
So here we are, the last 2 hours of the coverage, and it's been a classic day. But as Steve said there, it's absolutely brutal out there, and there's more than one paddler has said that. But still, the field is busy out there. You can see those specks there in the background. There are still a phenomenal amount of paddlers out there on the water, but they're coming right into the shore before they head back out again and taking advantage of at least some of that offshore wind in order to help to propel them and ease some of that workload on those incredibly tired muscles. After 10, almost 11 hours of paddling, these guys are still going. And there isn't a significant amount of time that most of them have spent on shore, other than just quickly refueling and getting back out there. It's certainly very, very different from last year. There were a lot less paddlers out. Obviously, there were lower numbers last year, but for the last hour, I think everyone who could paddle went out there. But short of 2 hours out, it's incredible. The water is looking pretty full out there. They're doing absolutely brilliantly. So Lundy Rainbow, come on Donkey. Yes, we will give him a shout as he makes his way past. Yeah, he's still out there doing his piece. And there are varying levels of energy being shown as we go through to the last couple of hours here on the water. Now the tide is now coming in, and it's coming in at a rate of knots. So the board butlers are shuffling those boards back constantly. And I don't think I've ever seen a tide that sort of come in as quickly as this one. Sort of within an hour and a half, it can fill up the beach. So you can see the beach starting to retreat now. Which one side there's Duncan with his hat on there at the front there, going out doing one more lap. Obviously very different from the sort of conditions that he usually paddles in. Germany, it's a riverman. But lots of people striding out there with determination. One more lap to add one more to the total. And as mentioned, the totals in kilometres are far higher than they were last year. And last year was pretty brutal as well. So there's some fantastic performances as people walk it in. Not far away now from the finish line. Some great performances. You can see how difficult it is to manage some of these wider boards in the offshore wind. It's really blowing out there, as you'll have seen from when me and Sarah went out there about 5 minutes ago. It's blowing and it's cold.
Well, mate, you got your paddle. Sleep when you're dead.
So quite an amazing amount of support here on a windy Saturday on the beach. But really looking forward to welcoming everyone back in for their well-deserved pint after such a huge day. And here's Dave Chant here, still smiling. He did John O'Groats, or Land's End to John O'Groats by SUP. Then went back the other way walking, and then the other way cycling. It's quite amazing achievement that, and there's a lot of fantastic competitors who've either done things as personal challenges or who've really performed fantastically on the race circuits. There's a whole mix of abilities, and there's Bruce, his support crew. He's doing fantastically, forcing another lap out of things. He's out of their box of tricks there. Let's just have a look at the selection of treats we've got on offer here.
Pork pies.
So pork pie. Now pork pies is one of the secret Jules. We've got Haribo there. I very much endorse that decision. Mars bars. Ritz crackers. Do you know what? Excellent. Do you know what this is? We've got bananas at the bottom. Have they been used very much? One. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. And of course the Red Bull there. Got a very good picture of Bruce necking a Red Bull last year. So again, our investigations into people's feeding strategies, very interesting. Pork pies are prominent in there, which I'm very pleased to see. Let's have a one. So random bystander.
Hello.
Hello.
You're doing well. 12. I think your 12 hours of broadcasting is as much as an endeavour as they're out there.
Well, yeah, it's there's probably quite a bit of wittering going on there, but no, it's good.
Top quality wittering.
Fantastic, thank you. Yes, we'll put that we'll put that on a quote. I think on a social media quote. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. So again, a huge triumph. You must be really pleased with how things have gone.
Oh, it's just a blessing to have such great weather.
Yes.
And I love Broadsands. It's great because you can really see everybody. They feel quite close, even though they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, great day, great vibe.
Yeah.
And just impressed beyond belief. But the guy's still going.
It's incredible. I mean, last year obviously there were far less people competing, but the proportion of paddlers still on the water 2 hours out, because there was a sort of gap, I guess, about for 3 hours to about the last hour, I guess, where there weren't that many people on the water. But the sheer numbers are incredible.
So what, we've got an hour and a half to go, something like that?
An hour and a half to go. That's incredible. Didn't that go quickly?
Yeah.
It's amazing, yeah. But it is proper brutal. And we just spoke to Steve High over there, daddy of the clan, who had just gone on a bit of a paddle over there, and he said it was absolutely brutal, and he didn't understand how people were out there for the amount of time that they are.
Keeping on. It's impressive. Because it's pretty blowy here, but it's probably blowier out there, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's totally exposed.
Yeah.
So it would be the end of SUP 12. I expect you've lived it as well, have you, over the last, particularly over the last couple of weeks?
Definitely. It sort of takes over the house, the boxes and the medals and the flags and the payoff and the hoping that everybody gets everything they're meant to do in on time.
Yeah.
He's impressive. I don't know how he does it.
No.
I certainly couldn't cope with the stress of it, but he's used to these things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's arranged a whole load of these events, hundreds, I guess, in the past, and it was such a great move to move it to Broadsands, I think. And I mean, obviously, you've got no inside knowledge at all, particularly at this point. But I mean, it would be a great venue for the future events as well, because it seems that everything's laid on.
Exactly. I mean, Tour Abbey is great because you're right there in the centre, and it's very part of everything that's happening, and I love that. But actually, as a venue, probably this just tips it, doesn't it? Because it's all here, it's easy to park, it's easy to spectate, it's easy to get in and off the water.
And as Sarah said, free parking. So,
that doesn't happen in Torbay.
Exactly. What's not to like? So, if
well done, Torbay.
Torbay Tourist Board, if you're listening, SUP 12, free parking. But this is absolutely wonderful. Steam train.
Yes, it's very pretty.
Fantastic view. What's not to like? So it really does show things off.
And some of the world's prettiest beach huts. Have you spotted them?
They are absolutely wonderful, aren't they? I mean, it's picture postcard stuff, isn't it? So
really
wonderful, excellent. Well, congratulations, and what a fantastic event again.
Done well. He's done well.
Yeah. He's done good. Right, let's
offer some more top quality wittering.
Exactly. Thank you very much for your contribution. Right. So we have here the actual chair. There's a TV program on recently where they created this for Brendan, and lovingly crafted. Look like a surfboard. Got the strings in there and so on, and it's quite a wonderful program, really. Woodland Workshop, I think the name of the series is. And let's just have a quick look at some of the prizes on offer here. These wonderful SUP 12 medals. Some Devon rum there. And with the first place packages. Fantastic. Right.
Just around the corner there, it's not.
A bit flowy.
Continue our way down here, and we've here you go, PJ, the leader in the men's competition and the overarching competition, still running. I don't know how he does it. Thank you.
Just pop there.
Excellent.
And then I'll meet you right back.
Thank you. Right, let's see whether we can recognise some people coming. There's Vanessa still banging in those laps. Currently in third place, chasing Marie Buchanan. Sue Wheeler, what's the scores on the doors, please? Right, okay, well, let's have a look at the actual doors, or we'll go to the van and have a look, Sue, and we'll tell you, because the web results for me have been a bit unpredictable recently. So let's go and have a look. Okay, so slightly better resolution now. So let's start with the ladies this time. We have got Tanya Ecker still in top place on 24 laps, which is absolutely incredible, and 84 kilometres. So that is probably not shy of what Bruce did last year in total, or his Garmin showed that he did. I think he did 86 kilometres last year. We've got Marie, 22 laps, 77k, and Vanessa, who we've just seen come through on 73.5. She's just starting her next lap, her 22nd lap, and what a fantastic performance. And we've got Vera, who's come over from Sweden, doing a very, very creditable performance, 20 laps there, and that's 70 kilometres, so absolutely incredible. Claire on 18, Candice on 17, so really great performance there. Sarah Perkins keeping on to her 10th place stop with 15. So moving up to the gents, so we saw PJ absolutely running through there. He's done 28 laps, so that's one shy of the total that he did last year, but last year the loops were shorter for the second half, so he's done absolutely brilliantly, and 98 kilometres, so that's absolutely broken the 86 from last year. So this year really has been set new standards for this race. Bruce has done 91 kilometres, so that has gone further this year than he did last year, so the pressure really has been massively on there. We're losing the resolution there, but Bruce has done 26 laps in total. We've got Dom on 23, so he's done 80 and a half kilometres. Paul also on 23, same distance. Ben Beechall, 22 laps, 77 kilometres, and so on. So really cracking performance by everyone, and broken all records. So Sarah, how many kilometres did they do last year? It's a bit difficult to say really, because they changed the circuit halfway through, and because the laps were based on the total circuit, on the size of the circuit, it wasn't particularly reliable. But Bruce's Garmin said that he did 86 kilometres last year, so that's already been broken by a lot of people. You know, I think it's definitely a record-breaking year, and I think what this year's benefited from is the fact that it is the same circuit size all the way through. So next year they'll really have something to base things on. So what a performance! Excellent. But, I mean, so it was 86, wasn't it, Brendan? That I think. Carmen was based on
Emmy's.
On Bruce's, wasn't it?
You tested me.
So Bruce.
So officially
it was 105.
Yeah. But we brought it back to about 80. So yeah. So yeah, that's right. Yeah. 86.
So 86. So if you look at those stats on there, PJ's done 98 kilometres. Yeah. Which is incredible, and one shy in terms of laps versus what he completed last year. So 28 versus 29 last year. I mean, everyone's absolutely nailed it, haven't they?
Just look at those top ends. You know, it's amazing. Both male and female.
And conditions this year versus last year?
I would say it was harder last year, but to the person who wind is an issue, this is harder.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing and how to paddle in this sort of weather, then these sort of conditions, it's easier than last year.
So there we go. It's been quite a performance anyway, and you know we're entering the last
hour and a half.
Last hour and a half. Yeah, I mean it's gone again so quickly, hasn't it?
Yeah, the day fly by, didn't it?
Yeah,
fly by.
I was talking to your other half, and a quote of the day, you know, talks about the wittering that goes on from us, and she called it quality wittering. So we're going to take
quality
that.
wittering.
12 hours of quality
Anyone
wittering.
who can witter for 12 hours is great in my books.
Thank you. Well, glad to oblige. And here we have.
Look what else we found.
So yeah, I mean, there's been some just great performances, and if you look at the total mileage there, we were just saying it exceeds last year, albeit last year was more challenging.
Did you from last year total up the total mileage what everybody had paddled? That would be quite nice.
Yeah, we could actually. We could do that.
Yeah,
that's
that'd be great. The amount of laps, the amount of miles collectors paddled by a collective group.
That would be good. Doing a collective, because obviously it's difficult last year because obviously we reduced distance, but collectively this year, what were the whole amount?
It's on the webpage. It's all on the webpage.
The master total.
Yeah, well, get me off of that.
Yeah, well, I think there's a bit of communing with Excel spreadsheets to come, isn't there, Brendan?
Yeah.
I know that's your.
I love an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, there we go.
Brilliant. So we're coming towards the nutty end of it, aren't we?
Absolutely.
How do you feel?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, whenever you're doing these, you can't relax till it's over. So the fat lady.
So when is it over? I guess when all of this gets packed away.
When I drop tonight. Yeah, when I drop tonight is when it's over. But you know, what potentially can happen this next hour and a half is fabulous.
Absolutely. So, and there's still a lot of paddlers out on the water.
Amazing.
How amazing is that? They're still out there. And some of them are just, you know they've not paddled much on the sea, or they're not classic racers. Yeah. And they just look at the group of them out there, and you can just see them.
I think everyone's out, aren't they? It's a proper flotilla.
A guy walked his dog this morning, and he obviously saw us, and he came walked back in and he went, "Walked my dog this morning, walked my dog tonight, still bloody out there."
And I don't know if you heard, but Steve Pye, who is epic paddler, he said, "I paddled out there for an hour." He said it's really hard work. So he was just amazed that these paddlers will still keep going out there. So.
Exactly that. Exactly. It's
and
always going to be a challenge, proper challenge.
Absolutely, very inspiring to speak to Greg. To have the viewers look at that and see where he's coming from, and his thoughts about this event.
It's shared mindset
great.
On it.
Is this your beer?
Yeah, beer stains.
Not even in a good way, is it?
No, exactly. Not even going down that hole. It was kind of just sprayed on me.
I think I got some of it on my back as well, actually.
Well, poor Dave got covered. I made a practice with putting in the old.
Yeah. Well, you've done it. So we should work our way down to the front. I think people are sort of gearing up for the end, even though it's an hour and a half to go. They're gearing up for the end, aren't they?
But they're starting to think now. Do I do one more lap? Can I get 2 more in? Can I get 3 more in? They're starting to think that way.
Yeah.
So they know what's ahead of them. They try for 3 more in an hour and a half.
I'm not sure the positions are going to change. But the only thing that might change is Tanya creeping up to maybe take Bruce. Where is the?
We'll get it back up now.
Yeah.
You find the details on the webpage. Here's all your totals of the distance. You've got by male, by female, by the teams. Then it breaks it down to the age groups.
Brilliant. So.
That's amazing.
The 40 to 49s. I know, the over 50s are smashing it.
Of course they are. You know what they're like.
You might need to bring a 60 category next year.
Yeah, that's true enough.
But in terms of total kilometres, 4,196 kilometres achieved in total by all the paddlers today. So that's
stats.
That's quite a lot of kilocalories, isn't it?
Good effort.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Good. Right. Well, before we descend into we've got Skip on there.
Craig is still going, Skip. I don't know if you've seen him on the live feed, but he's still going.
Well, Skip has said, I will be there next year. Looks great, guys, and well done. Skip, I'm not sure whether you're aware that we made up a rule during this broadcast that anyone committing to it are officially contracted to take part. There's nothing we can do, unfortunately, about that rule. That is
the rule. So
yes.
You're definitely going to be there, Skip.
How many in the top 10 are on carbon or rigid? Oh, goodness, there we go. That's a stat to conjure with for next year. I mean, it's not going to be 50-50, is it? It's they're all, I would say.
No, I mean, PJ, Bruce and Dom are on hardboards. Tanya, Marie, Vanessa are on hardboards. The top ones will be.
So that's 6 out of the top 10, isn't it? So,
yeah. So
not many are on inflatables.
Or SUP surfs.
Yes, indeed. So let's wend our way back. Please tell Duncan Hilton that his little sister is rooting for him. We will carry that responsibility forward.
Can I give you that?
Yeah.
Is that going to be safe then?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just share it to the material, share it to you.
Right, there we go. So wind again picking up a bit still. We got these paddlers making their way through and onto the water, and that's quite something, isn't it? There's still so much activity out there, particularly down that lower end. I'm sure all the local wildlife is wondering why it's so busy on a day like this. I guess the beach would normally be completely deserted. We're still getting people jogging through. Quite amazing. So some refueling taking place again down here. We'll come in and ask them a few. No, we won't do that again. We won't do that again. There we go. There's a star jump there. Everyone's wrapping up. It's quite bitter down here at the moment with the wind that's Johnny in the hat. And that beach is, water's retreating, or rather the beach is retreating. So the last 2 hours of the race, and people are trying to squeeze in as many laps as they can within that short period. It is a marathon. It's an ultra, but this last hour and a half is a bit of a sprint. But what's been amazing about this competition is how consistent people have been. Just getting out there. There's been very few people sort of sat on the shore. They've just been just banging out those laps and continuing to really put those kilometres in. Yeah. There we go. So we've had a very medicinal hot chocolate, which was incredibly well planned and timed. We're coming into the last hour. So Duncan, Mr. Oscar Propulsion. Have we had? Are there many paddlers out there at the moment with your paddles?
Yes, there are. John is just going out again for his 19th lap.
Yeah.
And Caroline's out there.
Yeah.
With Donna's paddle.
Yeah.
Who she won't give back.
Yes, brilliant.
And who else is out there? No, I think that's it now.
Yeah.
Just 2 left.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
As I said, I mean, I had a great experience using your paddle on the race for Rivers. I know Lizzie Carr really appreciated that as well. When she went out there, we were sort of quite lucky when we met in Godalming, didn't we? Was it Godalming?
Yes, it was Godalming. Right at the start.
Exactly. Yeah. So we had. I mean, I don't know whether the sun shines on the righteous or not, but we had 2 days of absolutely idyllic temperatures before the traditional British summer kicked in, and everyone else had the howling headwinds and so on. So we could feel very, very smug about our experience. Well, smug, albeit the fact that the water that we were paddling through was just absolutely filthy and diseased and so on.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
The state of the rivers now.
Yeah,
but I just counted 46 people out on the water.
Oh.
Now.
Yeah.
46.
Well done for doing that. We've not been able to do that, so you heard it here.
And more
and
going
the rest
out.
of the
More
people
going
who
out.
may be having a little break.
Yes, exactly.
Plus the people who are around the side of the bay there who you wouldn't have been able to count.
Exactly.
So, you know.
So for this time of day, they're paddling tremendously well.
Yeah.
Crispin is still going. I didn't have any doubt that he wouldn't be able to just keep going. I mean, he's such a strong man. Brilliant to see him out on the water, actually.
There he is.
George there.
Yeah.
Still out on the water. Incredible. Still got our board monkeys here. Mike, who's been doing a brilliant job of moving boards around. And
is that their new name? Board monkeys?
Board monkeys, let's call them that. I can't remember what it is. Board monkeys are good.
Yeah, I think we're going to call them board monkeys from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. No, they've done a fantastic job. And that's a pretty thankless job, being a board monkey or butler or whatever you want to call them out there, because they've had wet feet, cold, and it was blowing a hoolie out there.
Yeah. I mean, this morning, Brendan's 2 boys were out there in their shorts and their little board monkey tops, and they were, they looked so cold. I mean, they're 15 and whatever, but they won't feel the cold. But they were just out there in the sea, and there was a time when Brendan was standing in the water surrounded by boards because the tide was too high to bring those boards in. So the tide in and out, as it does, apparently, go in and out. It's a new phenomenon to us. Yeah. But it's been great to watch those young volunteers and slightly older volunteers really help with making sure those boards are not washed away. And this looks like Bruce coming in here again.
He looks like
he looks like he might have put a SUP 12 hoodie on or something. It's not, but that's what it looks like from here. So how are we doing with the commentary? How are we doing with the
I have my hands full, so I haven't moved those on.
Let's
for
have
a
a look
while,
then. So let's take that from you. You can. Your hand is cold. Let's have a look and see who's. Let's see what's going on.
So Skip, love the board butlers, go Bruce.
Yeah, loving the board butlers. They're great, aren't they? New name for them, board monkeys. Go Bruce from Rich. Gavin, thank you for joining. Life Venture SUP, thank you. Alicia, Andy England, the beach.
No, you are right, Andy. But I'm hoping, Andy England, that you can forgive my my misspeak there. It's only been 11 hours, is it, that we've been whiffling here? So so there we go. Sarah, I bet you're such a junky hat. We will see some change.
Changes in what? Oh, changes in the. I know what you're saying. So changes in the race leadership. Oh, there's a SUP Junkie hat.
So we have a SUP Junkie hat, don't we?
I'm not giving this one away. It's the only one in the country. So, but yes, maybe we should bet you on that. Come on, Bruce, says Kathleen Smith. SUP Active Yorkshire is watching. Yeah, be here next year. Skip where you are because you've said it now. Come on, Ollie Williams. That's great. Little sister is rooting for him. So Duncan, we hope, is still on the water. Here comes Bruce, ably assisted by Karen. Come on, Bruce. Well done, man. Keep going, keep going. One more lap. One more lap. Amazing. Go, Eric. Amazing stuff. Just paddling and paddling and paddling. Well done, man. You're doing great. Skip sends his love. There's Paul Davids there, and you've got Lee Boxall here. local paddler. Look at her, she's fresh as a daisy. Come on, Lee, one more lap. One more lap. And you too, one more lap. We are getting near the nitty-gritty end of it, and people are probably going to get a little adrenaline rush for this, and they will want to be paddling as fast as they can. Will they get one more lap in? You know, if they get on the water at 1 minute before the 12 hours, they can do another lap. They can do another lap. They do not have to finish at 12 hours as long as they're on the water with their boards. Yeah, isn't that amazing? So Duncan, I need to find him and give him little sister love. So let's try and find him. I think he's coming in now. So I will pass on that message to him. So we're still live. We're still watching this race. Looks like the wind has. Look. Oh my goodness, the wind has dropped. The wind has dropped. Let's hope that it drops for this last little while. So we've got a couple of more paddlers coming in. Duncan is one of those. He's in a Pro Limit SUP suit and a hat, so he's quite easy to see who he is, and I will check out and see who else I can find. Mr. Prone guy still out there, James Fletcher. He's there for the duration paddling for 12 hours. I've just had a mocha. Yeah, it's been we've been lacking Mr. T here today. Here comes Craig. Come on, Duracell bunny. Get it done. Get it done. Powered by peanut M&Ms, man after my own heart. So yeah, let's see how we go. Duncan down there being greeted by someone, and this man just sprinting up the beach as you do after 11 hours. Hi, Gabrielle. Very exciting to see these last, it feels like last few minutes because it's been such a long race, but it's not, it's the last few hour and a bit. So that's Karen there helping Duncan out. That's really nice. She's not only, yeah, hooray for the board monkeys. Give them loads of bananas. Mike, you've got a new nickname. You're called the board monkeys now. So someone said, hooray for the board monkeys, give them loads of bananas. I just couldn't remember what it was, so board monkeys. So you've got Karen Greener, beautiful girl that she is, supporting Duncan, coming up the steps. Oh, that's all right, Alicia. We're glad you can join. Oh, maybe for the most exciting end to the race. So here comes Duncan. We'll give him a shout out from Little Sis. Duncan, your little sis is wishing you all the love and all the joy. So say hello back to her.
Hello, Lundy.
And love she's yeah. Oh, you love each other. That's lovely. So she's sending you good vibes and keep paddling.
That. Yeah, I actually saw it. I was sitting down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, off you go then. One more lap. Yeah. Yep. One more lap. Have fun. There you go. Biggest bro. Biggest bro. He's doing well. He's doing well. And I am definitely to blame for him joining in this event. So hopefully he'll thank me for it. So who have you got coming up the beach? Glyn Smith. Let's get my little... I still don't know everybody's names. It's very hard, 100 people. I don't know everybody. You know, contrary to public opinion, I do not know everybody's name. So, and certainly, even if I know them, I might have to say, sorry, what's your name? Hi, Martin Rendell. I definitely know who you are. Do you fancy doing this race, Martin? You like a bit of endurance, don't you? Would you be able to cope with this kind of format? It's so exciting. We've got Paul Simmons coming up the beach again. We've got a little while to go. Candice, go, 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 girl. Well done. 2 more laps. Wow. 2 more laps, apparently. Not 1 more lap, but yeah. How do you feel about this, Martin? Would you like to have a go at this event? Paul Simmons running up the beach there. Another man running up the beach, hobbling up the beach, it looks like.
Well done.
Go, go, go. Well done. Go, Kaz. Epic stuff. Go, Glyn. 1 more lap. 1 more lap. Paul here jogging along. Go, PJ. Well done. Good effort. Paul. No, you never say one more lap to Paul. It'd be like 20 more laps, 20 more laps. Keep going. Really good effort. Well done. Just hobbling, hobbling. Oh. Who else have we got? So the sun has gone in. It's actually a little bit warmer than it was a little while ago because the wind had died down, but you can see it just keeps coming backwards and forwards and a bit feisty. So yeah, it's picked up immediately. Someone else hobbling up the beach. That looks like Ollie from Saltwater SUP. That looks painful. That looks really, really painful. Well done. Keep going. Good job. Really good job. Gosh, you can see the pain, can't you? See the pain. Zach, you're back online and you're definitely doing this next year. So you are going to be epic at this. If not, it's a barrel of laughs, I can tell you. So it's great that we've got more people online than we've probably had all day. Actually, we've not had a huge amount, but that's okay. But it's lovely that you've joined us for the last bit of the SUP 12 race. A concept that was born out of Brendan going to the last paddler standing in Florida and being totally inspired by that race. And he came home, wanted to do same but different. And that is what he's created. We've had Greg Wingo on the live feed earlier. And, you know, there's a lot of bromance going on between those two guys. So, yeah, keep going, Ollie. Where is Emily Evans? Emily Evans has not been doing this event today, Gila. So she couldn't do this event. Which, you know, sadly missed because she's a strong paddler and it would have been great to see her up against this young lady. Ollie, oh my God, keep going, my lovely. Oh, the pain.
Have you been riding a horse when we haven't been looking?
Oh, that looks so painful. But yes, it would have been great to see Emily up against Tanja Ecker from Germany, who is currently leading and I think is going to win for the ladies. She's been so strong. She's a SUP 11 Cities 5 days winner, 3 times in second place and once in third. So Tanja, you're a legend. Keep going, keep going. So she's going to stop for her at her blood bank. Where's Zippy? Zippy's out there somewhere, Skip. We can't keep tabs of him because he just zips off. He's out there though. He's eating his M&Ms. So yep, he's out there. We've got Sarah Perkins down there. She's still, you know, after 3 laps, I thought she was finished.
Yeah.
But here she is still paddling. I don't know how many laps she's done. I'm not sure she'll do as many as last year, but she might go further.
She will go further.
She will go further. Who's that? Who's that? Vanessa. Vanessa lying in 3rd place, doing amazingly well. I mean, she's a paddler. Go on, Kev. One more. Kev Jackson. Good job. Yeah, come on, Perky. We need you, girl. So you got Dom Hook running up the beach. He's been running up this bloody beach all day long. He's just like he'll get on well with Craig, actually. He's another Duracell bunny. They can pair up together. So here he comes. Let's see him shoot past. Woo! That's the speed. Well done. Well done to that man. So we will look out for Mr. Zippy. Where is he? But he is definitely on the water. We've got Marie still on the water. There's over 50 people on the water still. That's over half the paddlers who started at 7 o'clock this morning. Don't you find that utterly incredible? I mean, brilliant. Go, Perky, go. How's it going? How many? What's happening? What's happening? You having fun? How many laps are on? Okay.
This is the last hour.
I know.
I just thought, oh well, you know.
One more lap.
One more lap.
Absolutely. Oh God. Go. Well done. Well done, Perky. Lots of love coming your way. Oh, I have to give you this. Hang on. I have to give you this from Skip.
Oh.
There you go, Skip. Kiss. Oh, I get all.
Has he come out of the jungle to give people
Kiss her. I did it, Skip. I did it. Hey, Johnny.
Hey,
let's have a little.
Okay, mate. I'm concerned about your age. Yeah.
Pensioner, coffin dodger.
Yeah.
So I'm here with Johnny, who has been not only Sarah's wingman, constantly Sarah's wingman, but he's been my wingman today.
Oh, thank
He's
you.
brought us coffee. He's He's had the camera with a new big lens. Well done. One more lap. One more lap?
One more
lap. But thank you, Johnny, for your help.
That's all right. It's probably one and blurred one and the thousands
stop it.
I've taken.
Stop it.
That's your job for tonight.
It's a job for tonight. Yeah, I think I'll be a bit boggle-eyed for that. I think just
What
a drink
day,
and
though,
food. Absolutely brilliant. Dave,
Dave.
you're doing amazingly. Let me just have a chat with him. Hang on, Johnny.
Oh.
Dave, you are doing flipping amazing.
Thank you.
You've been broken.
Yeah.
You've been mended.
Thanks to Elaine.
Thanks to Elaine Farquharson. And you're here in your 12th hour.
Yes.
Did you think that you'd get to the 12th hour?
No, I thought I would do 4 laps and that would be it. And then
I love that. I love that.
Then I upped it to 6, and then when I was close to 12, 13, I thought, right, I'm going to try and get the 50k if my maths is right.
Yeah.
And then I'm on to do one more. If I can get one more in, I'm do 17.
One more lap. Off you go. We're not going to hold you up.
Thank you very much.
You are amazing, Dave. Well done. So that's a man who's had a tough time. You know, he's been broken. He's been mended by Elaine. Anybody check out if you've got any physical injuries, and she's amazing at what she does. She's based in Weymouth. Elaine Farquharson, look her up. And look, we've got some more girls coming here. Where are they coming?
Yeah,
one more
go
lap,
girls,
one more lap,
go girls.
one more lap.
Last hour.
It's the mantra. So yeah, Johnny has been brilliant. He's been looking after us, and he's been taking some brilliant. You're still paddling?
Yes.
Well done.
Man.
What? He's definitely broken his record from last year, and I think he's done a bit more than that. So it's great, isn't it? You break the record, and then you go, oh, maybe just a bit more. So what do you think of this format, Johnny?
Loads of respect to the paddlers. It's not something I'd ever want to do, but
go Marie, go Marie.
But it looks so nice and calm out there, but it definitely isn't. And what a windy old day, offshore, gusty, fair dues. To do this sort of racing, this amount of laps, and for people to keep going in this is
amount of
good.
Hours is incredible.
Steve Pye went out.
I heard.
He went out for an hour. He said, "They're mad," and he's a really strong paddler, so you can take that as
we got that on the live feed. Actually, I thought he said it to me, and I said, "Oh, you've got to say this on the live feed because that's really relevant information." He's a very experienced waterman, isn't he? And he goes out in all sorts of weather, and he just went, "Oh, it's so tough."
It's horrible.
One more lap.
One more.
Fabulous. I know, guys, you're going to get bored of us saying that, but we've only got to say it for another hour. So, thank you, Johnny, for everything you do. Good support. Yeah, we'll check out those fuzzy photos later. Yes, please. Yes, please. We want those finishers. So, hello. Let's get you on. So here with Kevin, Hodge, and Leslie. What do you think of this event then?
Love it.
Great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just keep going.
It's even better because we're not competing, and then we can just come and have a nice day out and have a good chat.
Would you have a go at this?
No.
Oh, I love it. Simple. No.
Don't do
12
it.
hours on a board now.
Why on earth would we do that?
Because we get seasick.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been a tough one today. It's been
With
really
the
tough.
wind as well, yeah.
The wind, it's been brutal. So, well done for popping down and supporting them.
Brilliant coming and supporting the gang.
Yeah,
Coming and seeing
absolutely.
everybody.
And you know a
lots
lot of these
people.
paddlers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll
See you
crack on.
later.
Yeah, all right. So what's happening on the Facebook? Gary, thanks for checking in. Yes, Skip, I did kiss her. Any excuse to kiss Perkins, that's for sure. How are we doing? Have you finished? Oh God! Everybody's been on one lap for like 5 laps, so
I think one more.
one more lap.
Yep.
Brilliant. Do you know how long your laps are taking on average?
35 minutes.
Well, if you get on now, you might be able to do 2 more laps. Oh, that's lovely. Well done. Great paddling. Much respect to you. Hi, Claire. Thanks for checking in. We are at the nubbit end, as Johnny would say, the nubbit end of the race. We've got an hour to go, which is, I'm just going to check the time on my watch. 1 hour and 1 minute to go. That is so exciting. Hey, well done, Gavin. How's it going?
Doing all right. About to do 14.
Loving it, like last year?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Have you done more than last year?
Yes.
Of course you have.
So I have.
Good man.
Probably another 2 and we'll see where the clock's at. And
You got 1 hour and 1 minute to go.
Yeah.
Go for it. Hi, Jaya. So you've got people who are running along here. You've got here's Vera from Sweden. She's just been slowly. All right? Huh? You good?
I'm good. I'm cold. I need to put my jacket on.
Yeah, it's suddenly got a bit chilly, hasn't it? Oh, I know, Claire. Aren't they amazing? Absolute respect for any of them. And there are so many paddlers on the water who may not have raced before, may not have may not have been on the sea before. Yes, Simon.
I've got an announcement to make.
Oh, okay. What is that announcement?
Only less than an hour to go.
Yes.
Have we already made that announcement?
I had just checked my watch and I said we've got 1 hour.
I thought I had an exclusive.
I know. How are they still running, Sarah? Absolutely.
We can't.
That's your man, Lisa. Let's give him a shout out. Where has he gone? Has he gone? Oh, he's gone back down on the water. I'll give him a shout out next time, Lisa. He's a superstar. What a lovely, lovely man.
Yeah,
what a lovely man.
We're big fans.
These guys are amazing, and how are they still running? We do not know. So you've got some who are just Duracell bunnies and just goes pure adrenaline, and you've got others who are like Dave Chant, just walking up the beach, and poor Ollie, who was looking like he'd been riding a horse for about a year.
Yes.
Really struggling. Yeah, and then you've got people trotting up the beach. So they're in the last hour, and they want to make sure that they can either get one more lap or possibly two. It's a gnarly old wind. They've really had to battle with it. So it might look, to those of you who don't know, it might look quite benign out there, but it's definitely not. And we are in the sheltered area, but look at these flags. And they've got that. As soon as we walk down onto the beach, Simon, it's proper windy, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I've just been down there, and yeah, I can report it is very windy down there, and yeah, it's pretty blowy. So it's pretty gritty. All of those guys going out, particularly on the way back, particularly as they've done it sort of several times already, and they know what to expect, particularly coming back the other way. It's all paddling on the right side, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, so who's this? Carl Whitworth. Here for the final hour. Been dipping in and out of your fantastic coverall today. Blah blah blah. Yep. Do it. Oh, you said it now.
Yeah, I mean, how strict are we going to make this rule,
Very
Sarah?
strict.
Okay.
Very strict.
Sorry, Carl.
You've entered.
Yeah, sorry about that. You've made the commitment. You are now contracted to enter. So.
Oh, Sue, I don't envy the wind. Oh yeah, they're doing amazingly.
What are they going to be like later and tomorrow?
Well, last year I know that a couple of my friends who did it and did about 20 laps. No, actually Emily did more than that. They were broken for quite a while. It really does. You've really got to mend from this. It could be, some people might take a week to mend. Some people it might take longer, a month or so. Carl, well done. Good attitude. You just said okay.
Excellent.
So
okay, we'll pass your name on as one of the mandatory entries.
So that's about 5, isn't
that's
it?
That's 5. Yeah. Are we on commission on this?
Oh, doubt it.
Yeah.
We should be.
Yeah, we absolutely should be.
Beer commission.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll go that. They are amazing.
Yeah, they really are incredible. They have just paddled and paddled and paddled. And look, running down the path just to get the next lap in. So, and the rule is if they get on their board with 30 seconds to go before that 12-hour mark, they can still do that lap. So they get that extra lap in the bag. So the timing would be incredible to do that, wouldn't it? If you could work that so that you got on just at the last minute and got that extra lap in, you're sort of quids in really, but it does mean you're paddling over 12 hours, 12 and a half hours, 12 hours, 35 minutes or whatever.
So, I mean, it's a really interesting question about recovery and how long it actually takes, because some of the sort of anecdotal stuff, I mean, Bruce said that, it took him a good few months to recover from last paddler standing, that sort of effort there.
Yeah.
So, it's, I guess the muscular elements would recover first, but then there's the sort of endurance and stamina ability. And he said, I mean, we were talking yesterday about it, and it took him quite some time to be up to snuff and to be able to do the things that he could do quite effortlessly previously. He just sort of hit that barrier much sooner for quite some time. So yeah, I mean, it'd be fascinating for someone to do some form of academic study to find out. But yeah, it's quite a challenge physically and emotionally, and it does take quite some time for people to recover.
I mean, and Skip, you can confirm this, and Craig, physically, this is not quite the same, but the Yukon, mentally, it's a really big challenge mentally. I know that, unless...
Hello.
Hey, go Joe, go Joe. Mentally it's tough. I mean, this is not quite the same, but this may have mental effects on people who just didn't know what they'd let themselves in for.
Yeah.
Everybody will be broken at the end of it because they have absolutely pushed their limits, but everyone, without doubt, will just go, what an amazing event. Maybe not today, but tomorrow, and then after that, Sarah Perkins historically last year said to her sister, never, 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 never again. And then a week later she's like, I'm going to do it again. Her sister went, hang on a minute. That's how it works, doesn't it, when you do things like this, because you forget the pain. All you remember is the amazing gain and the amazing people that you've met, and off you go again. So it's great. But yeah, that is, I'm not sure what you can do about recovery. I know feet and the lower half of the body, if you've been standing on a board for a very long time. I mean, here it could be better because they're on and off the board and they're running and using those different muscles. They're not just static on a board.
Yeah.
So that could be helpful.
Yeah.
But it is 12 hours, so...
And any form of exercise for that amount of time. I mean, I've done sort of marathons and so on, and and I've been wrecked by that for quite some time. Endurance, cycle rides, and so on, multi-day, plus 100 miles. I mean, my body's probably just sort of not built for those sorts of quantities. It's it can have a bit of an effect, and it takes a while to recover.
Chris. Keep going, Chris. Yeah, and someone just said about, about some of them doing the head of the dart. Well, I do know certain people who are not doing the head of the dart because they're doing this. They've actually pulled out because they know a week is definitely not enough time to recover. So, yeah, I think, and it depends on your body type.
Yeah.
So, Johnny! Woohoo! So we're ticking down. I was saying, it feels like we've got minutes to go. This is what I get like at the end of a race.
Yeah.
You've got people coming in. But of course, we've still got nearly an hour to go. But it feels like the excitement is ramping up. These people are trying to get these paddles in, these laps in. Look, you've got the two SUP surfer boys, who we call them.
Yeah.
Do you have a list, by the way?
I think I wedged it down the side of the sofa.
Okay. Oh no, I think I picked it up. That's fine.
Oh no, hang on. Oh yeah. Darren, you're back on in the saddle.
One more than last year.
Excellent.
So I'm going to try and get one more in.
Oh, well done.
That'll be 18.
Brilliant. Well done.
Brilliant. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well done.
Well done. Amazing. So hopefully everybody who has repeated from last year will have done, not everybody, but will have done their extra lap. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And, familiar names. This has a way of bonding people, I think, from the experience.
Really?
So, yeah, it's been a fantastic experience again for second year running, and looking forward to...
Keep going, mate. Keep going.
There we go.
Oh, it's broken. It's broken. Yes, if they get on.
There we go. There's people really going to the well today, and you can really see them. And it's not been the most straightforward paddling day today. Yeah, Darren's done absolutely fantastically. But I was just saying, everyone's sort of really gone to the well today, and particularly in terms of distances, it is quite amazing what everyone's done. You can't really say too much about it.
Yeah, Darren's doing incredibly well. We remember him from last year. Remember his family turning up and the love that was shown to him, and they've done it again. They've come by train, and they're here supporting him. So that's really, really lovely. Everybody's got so much support. Most people are here with someone else, which is great. So it does feel a little bit calmer. I really hope this next hour is kind to these paddlers, because it's been pretty brutal for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it looks like the wind may have died down a little bit.
Yeah, well, certainly from the flags down here, I mean, these were fluttering away not so long ago, and albeit the fact that they're quite protected here, got the higher levels there. We've got just a touch of rain in the air as well at the moment. Nothing too significant, but that might just sort of dampen things down a bit of it. Suzanne, I would be broken. Yes, me too.
We would be broken too.
Yeah. Join the club.
Yeah, definitely. But it's amazing what you can do. I did the Loch Awesome Challenge, and it was 75k over 2 days. Day one was the most brutal paddling I've ever had to do into a headwind, gusts. We were a team, and I've never paddled anything quite so hard.
Yeah.
Quite so hard. I had to really dig deep. I was there with Sarah Perkins and one other, and it was properly brutal. And we just were broken that night. We'd done 45k, absolutely broken. It's just like you go to bed thinking, I'm actually not going to be able to walk in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't walk, but as soon as you got on the board, it's that muscle memory, and it just takes over. And off we went for another 25k. So slightly kind of conditions. But that was tough.
And where did you stay overnight? I'm guessing not a 5-star hotel and spa?
No, we're in the van.
Yes, I thought so.
Yeah, we were in the van. It was a really, really brilliant event. It's never happened again, and I'm not sure it will, but we were part of it. And it was not a race, but our team came second. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Well done.
If there's time, if the scores on the doors, it's a race.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was a challenge, and it was, as I say, the hardest thing I've ever done on a paddleboard. So great.
Fiona Kearsley, Loch Awesome, agree that.
Definitely. It was, epically hard. Mm. Yeah, I nearly cried, actually. I nearly cried. We were at the last station on day one, and it was a real question of Johnny and Anthony were waiting for us on, and they're looking at us like, you're actually not going to go on, are you? You're not going to go on from here, because it is brutal, and we can see that you've just crossed over this epically wild and wave and side chop. And we got to their station, we was like, oh, and we both were sort of tearful, Sarah and I. And we're like, oh no, we'll just see what it's like. We'll just paddle up this headland and see what it's like. And that was it. We were just off. And
that's it. It's just that one more move.
Yeah, one more bit. And Sarah bonked on that stage, and I bonked the next day. So we both had to feed each other with. I think we were feeding each other with semi-dried apricots, and we're like, no, you are not stopping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get you back, and even if I have to tow you back, but eat these in the meantime.
It's incredible, because you kind of think you've reached your physical limit, but actually it's just that you haven't eaten enough or whatever. You don't really realise it until you've chugged whatever it is down.
So we've got Paul Davids coming up. He is part of the Shack, and he is still paddling 11 hours, going on 12, which is just incredible. So fair play to him. We'll give him a bit of a shout out, because Skipper's been watching. And Skip was asking about him earlier, so the shout-outs are great, aren't they? Because it just gives people that extra boost of what they need. Let's give him a shout-out. Well done, Paul. Keep going. Skip is behind you all the way, so well done.
There we go. So going in.
Look pretty spaced out, some of these peppers, don't they?
They do.
They look a bit glazed over. So again, look at this. Look at the wind on the water again. Here it comes again. It's just picked up again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
A tough last lap for some of these paddlers. Here comes Zippy, Craig. So there he is. He's still going.
There's one for you then, Skip.
Yep. If you're still watching Skip, you might be off surfing or filming wild creatures in Costa Rica.
Or if the sun's over the yard arm.
Oh no, he's woken up in the morning.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so hopefully he's not drinking. But I think this venue has been a great venue, actually. We had a venue change last week, and there was a little bit of sort of, oh, why have we changed? We don't know that. Why, you know, there was a very, very valid reason why it was changed. It's all to do with the water height and the whatever, and the safety of the paddlers. So, and I think this place is brilliant.
I think this definitely should be the future venue. It's got everything. I mean, it's stunningly beautiful.
Well done.
And
yeah, even Craig looks.
Even Craig is
oh my
head
God,
down
even
and going
Craig
for it.
looks like a battery that's just about to die.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that is saying something. That man can talk and paddle and speak, and he's got so much energy. Well done. One more lap. One more lap.
We've got Tanya coming out again. Do you think it might be worth just having one last?
Shall I hold this?
Well, one last visit to the van. What do you reckon? We can
do that. We've got 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Let's just see Tanya
clap
through.
Tanya through. Fantastic performance.
Legend. Legend. It's great because Tanya knows exactly how to play an endurance race.
Yes.
Nutrition, hydration. She's very organised. One more. Of course. One more. Keep going. Keep going. Well done. She knows exactly what to do. She's got this. She's got the experience. And let's go to the van.
Let's go to the van. Right, so here we go. The last visit to the van, and let's start with the ladies. So
Okay,
again, the mileage on this is absolutely unbelievable.
Tanya, 27 laps, more importantly, 94.5 kilometres. Marie, 24 laps, 84 kilometres. Vanessa, 77 kilometres. Vera, 73.5. Claire Terry, 70. I mean, these numbers are just insane, aren't they? Sarah Perkins, 56. I mean, they're just bonkers.
They are bonkers versus last year. And bearing in mind, I mean, the conditions were slightly worse last year, but the maximum mileage from Bruce was 86 kilometres.
Okay, so let's see. So we've got PJ Simmons, 105 kilometres. Bruce, 98. Dom Hook, 91. Paul Drake, 87.5. Ben, 84. Oliver, 80. Chris McDonald, 80. Matt Brooks, 77. Chris Davison, David Rodwell, Craig Sawyer, Maurice Roberts, 77. These numbers are just bonkers, aren't they? That they've been paddling for 12 hours, but achieving these epic, not only the paddling, but the running up the beach, the running along the side. I mean, some people have actually put shoes on, some have got shoes on, some have got bare feet, and you know, to be able to get off that board, run, you know, especially when it's so windy, and they've got to really dig deep and get their balance and not fall in. You know, we have had fallers, but these figures are quite insane. They have pushed the limits of what happened last year, that's for sure. And we've got the actual stats. Check out these stats online because they are incredible, and you've got so many stats that you can look at on the SUP 12 website as well. So amazing. So Tanya, she'll be trying for her, probably for 100. That'd be great to see. But yeah, amazing.
So I think fastest lap, I think that's the thing that we still don't have any idea on.
No, it'll be great. You know, they may pick up their timings for these last few laps because they want to maybe get that last lap. So we may get a few super fast laps. We've got Sarah Perkins just coming off. I'm going to make her do one last lap. Let's go down and give her some. Come on, Perkins! One more lap! Yes! like a child. She did this last year. She's like, no, I don't. I'm finished now. And we're like, no, one more lap. So we're going to get her in. We're going to get her in. So Marie is here. So maybe Marie can give her a bit of encouragement. Marie's definitely going for one last lap. Yeah. All they've got to do is get on the horse, and actually, they're so flipping fast. They could probably get another 2 laps in.
There you go. Well,
so
you say that to Sarah. I'm not going to.
See what happens.
Yes,
to me,
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. Yeah. Although that will probably do the trick as well, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
well done, Lynn. Fantastic.
Going, amazingly well done. Go, Marie. Fabulous. Keep going. Marie looks absolutely broken.
Yeah.
Incredible. Just incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, Perkins! And do you know what? If you're flipping fast enough, you could get 2 more laps.
There we go. There's the pep talk going. Ollie, thanks very much for looking at the stats there. I will tell Sarah when she's back. I think she's doing a bit of coaching there with Perky. There you go. A bit of encouragement. Sarah loves it. Absolutely loves it. Sarah P, that is. Well, Sarah Thornley does as well. It's been what a fantastic. This is where the mental elements really. Poor old Ollie. He's walking like he's been riding a horse all day. I mean, it takes a real effort. Well, one more lap. Oh, there we go. Finishing at a canter.
It's 20 past. They can get 2 more laps
in.
This is the thing.
Duncan is going for it.
All they have to do is step on that water at 1 minute to the 12 hours. And oh, Holly Pye, you superstar. Can you bring her in there? That bottom one. You know, that little one. Holly Pye, would you like to come on the live? Oh, hang on.
Yeah. Lunday Rainbow. I know Sarah passed on everything, but
oh, okay, unable to add Holly.
But yeah, I think it was your support that made him run through to the next lap. So yeah, Duncan certainly looking like he's going to do a couple of laps. The fact that Ollie's going and doing another lap is absolutely unbelievable. So, there you go. The wind has dropped. You can see why these flags, they're hardly moving at all. And I'm sure that's a huge relief to a lot of the paddlers as they make their way out. They deserve a bit of slack for the last couple of laps here.
Half an hour live feed left.
Yeah, the wind, I was just saying the wind has dropped.
The wind has dropped. I've just been trying to get that young man to go one last lap, and he's like, no, I'm done.
Well, that's fair enough. So we had some information from Ollie Babs, who said that Bruce's fastest lap at 19:01, which is that's
fabulous. I wonder where that lap came. Maybe you can tell us by looking on that screen. You've obviously looked at the figures, but where did that lap time come? Was it lap 1 or lap 20, or has it been a recent lap? That'd be really interesting to look at. I mean, if you're geeky, like my partner in crime here, you'll be all over that.
Hang on, you are fascinated by that stuff as well. Don't you pretend.
Well done.
There we go. We've got a one-woman coaching crew. One more lap. There we go. Fantastic. The unofficial motto of the race. One more lap. How fantastic. Real courage going out and doing another lap there. People striding purposefully out there. It's and the sun has come out. There we go.
Finishers. It's quite emotional actually. Dave Scott.
Yeah.
You know, he came down here to paddle.
Yeah.
For an hour or do 4 laps.
Yeah.
He's just done 12 hours. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Is he going for one more lap?
No, he's finished.
Yeah, fair dues.
I'm certainly not going to talk him into
it.
So.
He looks finished sort of in every...
Look at all these paddlers. Look at all these paddlers still on the water. It is absolutely incredible. You've got, I don't know how many people. One more. Yes, that's what we like to hear.
So we've got Ollie who's doing a great job as our digital consultant here, stats
awesome.
guy. PJ's fastest was 1919, so
okay.
I think so 1901, and that actually confirms Bruce's status, because you know, as we talked about in the podcast supporting this, he's got two elements to him. He's got the endurance side, but he's also got the sprint side as well. He's
Absolutely.
Incredibly powerful. So
okay,
Bruce's
first lap
was the fastest, 11 kilometres an hour.
Wow. And Jeff Mather, thank you so much for bobbing in. Jeff used to be one of our, chief photographer for GB SUP actually, and took some epic pictures over the years. They can all be found still online. Thank you, Jeff, for everything you did for GB SUP and UK SUP. Bruce's first lap, that's incredible, isn't it? And that's actually where the fast lap generally comes from, because people smash it out, do that fast lap, and then settle into a great rhythm and pace. And, who's that wants to come in and play? Go on then. Just for a minute. We're trying to let you in, Skip.
Yeah. Just turned his board ready. Ben, he's going out for another one. It's just...
God, we've got lots of flying ants as well around here as well. It must be their day. So,
so we're trying to get Skip on the live feed. We've just sent an invitation. We're not sure whether it will click in. It's been a little bit hit and miss today. We had a couple of guests who couldn't quite make it. One probably due to timing, the other maybe due to her child keeping her up. We're not sure, but anyway. We love the guests coming on, Jordan Wiley, Greg Wingo, and maybe another one coming on now, but we're just trying to sort it. It's whether it will pick up and connect us. We are at the nitty-gritty nubbit end of the race. We have been talking for 12 hours, almost. And the paddlers have been paddling for 12 hours, almost. We are very, very close to the end.
It's the last half an hour.
Last half an hour of a quite fabulous event, where the paddlers go out. They start at 7 in the morning, or not. If they're running late, they can start later, so you're not eliminated, you're not DQ'd for not starting on time. You paddle 3.5k round the bay. Hi Mark, thanks for checking in. 3.5k round, you come back in, you walk up the steps along a very long transition,
walkway.
Back down, on the walkway, back down onto the beach. Ty's been in and out twice. So quite a long beach run, and they've been doing it for 12 hours, and we've got some fantastic figures of paddling endurance. PJ Simmons over 100k, Bruce knocking on that door, isn't he?
Yeah.
Tanya Ecker knocking on the door of 100k. We are looking at some seriously big figures, and bigger than last year for sure. We're talking lap after lap after lap. We've still got plenty of paddlers on the water. I don't know. I mean, it looks like about 40 paddlers to me, 50 paddlers. So we've still got plenty. Oh, okay. We do not want to see you in the shower. I'm not sure, Skip, we'll have time for you because we're on the absolute end of the race. We've got half an hour to go. We might.
We like one more lap.
One more. A lot of people don't want to get on the water for that if they don't think they're going to come in on time, but actually they can come in brilliantly.
At whatever
so
time.
Here is Gavin as We've got Gavin Knox coming up, so we must give him a shout out from Lisa because we haven't actually seen Gavin. Yeah, thank you, Skip. But I think this bit is going to be really, really exciting. Hi, Michaela. Thanks for checking in again. We've got some people coming off the water. We've got Bruce there. Looks like Bruce walking up with
Karen.
Is that Karen?
Yeah.
Okay, they've got matchy-matchies on now. So, yeah, walking up with Karen, who's been here for him all day. She chose not to paddle, and I think she was right. She's not good in these conditions, and it scares her. And what's the point? You might as well paddle in the stuff you know and love and what makes you happy. And at least Bruce won't have to worry about her. He can absolutely, oh gosh, she's pushing him up the steps almost. And you've got Gavin Knox running up the beach. Definitely wants to get that last lap in. So let's have a look, see how Bruce is doing. Well done.
Well, here he is. Well done, Gavin. One more lap. There we go. Zach, no problem. You've got 80s disco dancing to do. I think that's far more important than this. If you can let us know, fancy a bit of 80s disco dancing? Zach Wharton's off there later on. So we might catch up with you later, Zach. I can't say that there'll be many of the competitors joining you for that either. I think they won't be quite as limber as they were this morning. There we go. So we're entering the one more lap.
Go, one more lap. Come on. Oh, it's easy to shout that, isn't it, when you're not doing it?
It is so easy to do it. Was it Vera? Are you going for one more? One more lap? Yeah.
Of course. Well done. Great paddling.
Honestly, absolutely brilliant. Travelling over and doing all of this.
Too bad those little hours.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
All right. One more. Look at this young lady running down the thing. She's been running this.
Yeah, there we go. There's Vera. Yeah.
Go. Wow. Amazing. Fabulous.
Amazing.
Fabulous. Well done. Yeah, you will be broken.
I'd love to have gone to the 12.
I haven't got another lap in me. Sure? Oh, it's a gentle encouragement at the end of the day to paddle just a little bit further. So
we got time for one last update on positions.
Absolutely, probably do it off the top of my head, but
okay. Well, let's go and just marvel at the kilometres paddled, and then that will be our last update until the prize givings at the end. But these numbers are absolutely phenomenal, and they have broken record of last year. Obviously, the conditions were very different. So we've got Tanya Ecker in first position, still 27 laps, 94.5 kilometres. We have Marie Buchanan in second place, 25 laps, 87.5 kilometres.
Wow.
And then we've got Vanessa, 23 laps, 80.5 kilometres. So that's absolutely unbelievable. Marie and Tanya both beating Bruce's total last year. So that is fantastic from the ladies. We have got
105 for PJ.
105 for PJ. So that's 30 laps, and that was the sort of nominal distance last year that we were reporting on, but which was incorrect.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
So he's done more, despite the fact that despite the fact that the distance of the course is longer this year.
Yeah, you just have to look at that. Yeah, it's a little bit.
It's been a huge performance. Bruce, 101.5, so that's far. That's about 12. I mean, he's starting his final lap now, so that will be 3.5 more than that when he finishes off. But he's absolutely nailed last year's performance. Dom, 91. Paul Dre, 83.5. Ben Beechall there with 84 on Oliver. Chris McDonald at 84 as well, and then Matt Brooks at 80.5. Chris at 80.5. So those are the standings. They haven't really changed too much. Certainly not in the top three over the last
6 hours.
6 hours or so.
Or more. Absolutely. We've been calling out these names for 6 hours, haven't we? Or more.
So hopefully that's all right, Kieran. But obviously all of the details are on the website. And if you feel the need, you can download them to CSV and do your own manipulation on those if you're into that sort of thing. I find it quite fun. It's confessions time on occasion to have a look at that and just to noodle out some of the details. But Vanessa, Dom, Kieran, I don't know whether you're associated with Base Up or not, but certainly a very, very strong performance by that club here, and just solidifying their reputation as racers. But this obviously very different.
Come on, Crispin! So got Crispin down there with his kids and his wife, and he's slowly sauntering back up the beach. Not sure whether he's going to do one more lap.
It's not looking like it at the moment.
No, but he's got time to. He's got almost half an hour to get back on the water, so he can chill out.
Yeah.
Dave Chant on the right as well. He's coming in. So it's this whole, should we, shan't we get on the water? Some of the people don't want to be out on the water when they blow that whistle. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You can be out on the water. But it's going to be very interesting to look at the results, look at the stats, see where they are. There are a few rules and regulations about board use, and they were allowed to borrow a board for one lap only during the race. So they had some demo boards, but they couldn't borrow it for any more than one lap. They could swap and change, but you've got Dave coming in there with his board. Is he finished, or is he going to?
That looks like a finished. Yeah. Well, there we go. One more lap. Crispin, there you go. Incredible. Just goes to show,
Amazing.
doesn't it?
Absolutely amazing from Crispin.
Fantastic.
Such a strong man who's done endurance form. Paul Simmons is coming up.
He's not running, is he?
He's running.
Don't tell me that he's running.
He's running. He's running.
But it's been 12 hours. He can't be running.
He can't be running. Of course he's running. It's Paul Simmons. Go PJ!
Come on.
Run. One more lap. One more lap. Well done.
Well, what an incredible performance. Yeah, he has just basically banged out those laps all day and run through the transition zone. He's just grabbing a bit of water. His feeding station down there at the end, and I think he'll comfortably be able to get one lap in there. We've got about 20 minutes to go.
Timing out. Come on. No, timing out. I came to do 15 and I've done 16.
There we go. So there's a bit of energy out there. Not very much, I don't think, but still a bit of running. And there is around about 20 minutes to go now before the end of SUP 12 for another year. 12 hours of paddling through all of the conditions, through the full tide cycle down here, Broadsands Bay and Tor Bay. And it's just been absolutely an unbelievable experience. And got the sun just coming out now. It's a stunning setting. And the wind has dropped again. And hopefully that will make things a little nicer for those people doing their one more lap.
So Dave Chant has stopped. He's made that decision. He's done one more lap than last year, so he's very, very happy. Keep going, Pinky Paddles. Pinky Paddles is still paddling 12 hours later.
Yeah.
11 point whatever. 22. We've got 20 minutes to go. Can you believe that we've been doing the live feed for 12 hours yet again?
Yes.
We've had so much to talk about, so many things to talk about. Look, the sun is coming out, the wind has dropped. It's like the perfect end to the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect end for a perfect day.
Exactly. We've got Tanya there going out. She is, I mean, those fluorescent hats and outfits, it's definitely the thing to do, isn't
Definitely
it?
the way to go. I mean, we can see Dom all the time.
Yeah.
He's got that yellow last year's t-shirt on.
Yeah.
We've got a couple coming in on board together. I don't think they're in the race.
I don't think they are.
Craig on the right there coming in,
Yeah.
so he'll get one more lap in. We've got Paul Davis coming up the stairs, he's going to get one more in.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh my goodness, I'm just so full of admiration for all of these paddlers to come out, and it has been really, really gnarly conditions, looking fine from up here, feeling fine from up here. We're sheltered from the wind. The minute you walk onto that beach, you can feel it.
Yeah.
And this is the calm, probably the calmest it's been.
Yeah.
They have just absolutely smashed it. The
Yeah.
figures will have gone up from last year. The amount paddles has gone up for last year. Paul Simmons has been absolutely determined that this year will be his year from the get-go.
Oh,
he was off, wasn't he? Even though Bruce got the fastest lap.
Yeah.
Bruce came in first, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Overtook him on the next lap, and that's it. He never looked back.
So we've got Skip, kiss Zippy for me, please.
Oh, God, I have to kiss all these people.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm not doing it again.
All right, I can do that.
Okay. There we go. So he's coming. So you've got the opportunity. He's coming through shortly. Thank you, Mike. Great commentary as always. That's very kind. Do we have a provisional date for the 2025 event, Brendan?
Again, the
first 2 weeks of April. That's from Brendan. So yeah, if you're wanting to compete, 2025. Clear your diary for the first 2 weeks in April. Yeah. So this is for the benefit of Skip. There we go, Skip. Is that sufficient for you? He's going for one more lap.
Brilliant. Oh, they're very salty, these people I'm kissing.
Yeah, well, they've been on the sea.
They have.
So
this looks like Marie.
Yeah. She might be going for, and we've got Vanessa there. Looks like there might be one more lap in both of those.
James Fletcher still, Mr. Prone Guy. That Prone Guy is coming in. He's been out here all day. We have got 43 minutes, so all these paddlers can get back on for one more lap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
So 17 minutes left in this year's SUP 12.
So let's give Marie a bit of encouragement.
Marie, the greatest of all time. I mean, she's
the greatest of all time in this country for sure. Her longevity of being at the top of her game, and she's now on the Starboard Dream Team, quite rightly so, is just amazing. Look at that view. Look at that beautiful sunshine. We are absolutely blessed with the weather today. Absolutely one more lap. You can do no more.
So Sarah, comment from Ollie. That's stale sweat, nothing to do with the sea. Ollie, you are definitely my favourite contributor today. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's good. Yeah.
Keep going. Woohoo. Now, this is a great thing for these paddlers. This really is their last lap.
Yes.
They cannot go fast enough to get another lap in. So the joy of knowing this is your last lap is incredible.
Yeah.
I might run down. Where's my buddy? I might run down and give my buddy some more support. Have you got this?
Yes, I have got this.
That's really good.
So last 15 minutes and people are completing their final laps of the 12-hour race. They've been racing all day, and the course has remained the same, but the conditions have changed massively during the course of the day. Obviously driven by tide and wind and the flow of the water, and it's been challenging. It's been challenging for all competitors today, no matter what your level. Marie Buchanan, who is an absolute legend of the sport, has emptied the tanks basically, and everyone has had quite a day today. We've had some spectacular dismounts, which have been great. We've had chats with guests, and it's been fantastic. So yeah, good question. Will Duncan Holton do just one more lap? I think he's coming ashore now, so we shall find out very soon. He may well just squeeze in. He was running on the previous lap, so we shall find out very shortly. But it's coming down to the crunch point of the race. We are 14 minutes now, and before the klaxon gets sounded and the race finishes. Anyone who's already on a lap at that point will finish. So Sarah, absolutely unbelievable, mind over matter, and being encouraged by Sarah. And so
I didn't have to convince her at all. She just went, yeah, of course I'm doing another one.
Yeah.
It's that adrenaline rush, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. It's quite emotional and really, I don't know, really pleased to be doing that final one.
Well, and also I think she's really pleased that she's paddling in the 12th hour.
Yeah.
Seriously,
yeah.
9 hours ago, she was like,
yeah,
I'm done. So, well done, keep going!
You've got the lays out for the final lap there, that's fantastic.
So these guys, you've got Kevin
One
Jackson.
More? Time. Yes, you have. As long as you start before the end.
Come on. Yeah, go. Just go out and paddle your lap, you'll be fine. You get one more lap.
There we go. Incredible.
So that was
that was Duncan. So his sister, so Lundy Rainbow, yeah, he's doing one more lap to answer your question.
He didn't realise that he could do one more lap. He didn't think he had time, but you don't need time. You just need to be on the water before 12 hours, and you can get that one lap in. One more lap in. So
there we go.
It's a great concept, isn't it? That extra bit. We've got the two SUP Surf guys coming along, number 40 and 41. Pretty sure I'm going to get down and do one more lap. Duncan didn't have a clue, so he's now back, reunited with his board, and he's going to get back on the water.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, well done to him. So there you go, that's the scene on the shore. The tide is now coming in again, so we've seen full high tide, full low tide, and it's come back from to where we started. Duncan there taking his board out for one last lap. Maybe one of the last. A lot of people packing up. As we reach the last 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes of SUP 12. Well, can you believe it? It's been 12 hours of SUP goodness.
12 hours of blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's gone in a flash.
Yeah.
It has absolutely gone in a flash. People say to us, how can you commentate for 12 hours. How can you do that? And you know, it's quite easy when you've got a passion, you love it, and you know these people, or know a lot of them. You know what they're going through. We're both paddleboarders. I've raced. Did you race? Have you raced?
I've raced.
Okay, but you've done some good challenges and whatever
Yeah.
within your lifetime. So we know, we appreciate what these paddlers are going through. Hi Andrew, hi Dan, thanks for watching. We know what they've gone through, and we can appreciate it, so we can talk about it with passion and love. And seeing all these paddlers coming in and really trying to get that, especially now, this last hour has been really exciting, hasn't it? Because the level has ramped up. SUP Wellingborough, Rich, I do not owe you a hat because there has been no change in leadership. Thank you.
But we do appreciate your presence and commentary throughout the entire day, if that counts for anything. So
absolutely, you might get one anyway in retrospect. So Tam, thank you very much for your kind comments. It's been brilliant. It's been lovely to pass on your messages and see your families here. Yeah, amazing. So we've got Ben Green here, young Ben Green, who was late to the party. He got here about 7:30, having slept in, and he's desperate to do his... Okay, mind your backs, everybody. Paddle coming through. Go Ben! Go Ben! Woo! So Ben is going to be back on the water, ready for his last lap. Yeah. And he's a great young man. He loves paddling. I haven't seen him for a very long time. As I say, he was late. He arrived with sleep in his eyes. His alarm had not gone off properly, and but he's trotting back to get on the water. Amazing. Even Ollie, who can hardly walk.
Poor. Go on, Ollie!
That's amazing. I didn't think he'd managed to walk round, but he...
Well, I've got a feeling he's not going to be doing much walking tomorrow.
No, I don't think so. Or maybe for a week.
Yeah.
Poor man. Poor man. Thank you, Lisa. I managed to give you a big shout out to your husband just now, actually, and he appreciates it. Hi, Alistair. Sarah. Yeah, go, Ollie. Amanda.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been really, really good fun.
And it's been great to share it with all you guys online as well.
Absolutely.
The comments have been great, and you've kept us focused on who's in the top 5 all the way through. So we do really appreciate all of that. And if you're doing a 12-hour streaming, this interaction's really important for us. So really appreciate all of you. Oh, there we go.
One more lapper's coming.
There you go. There we go. Just finding that extra to go around and do it one last time. And we're in the last 10 minutes. So 7 more minutes to get onto the water. 7 more minutes.
Apparently Bruce was absolutely flying to get this last lap in. So he flew round the course. So it'd be really interesting to see if he's got a faster lap than his 1901.
Well,
that would be insane at the end of 12 hours, or at the end of 11 point whatever hours. It
would be absolutely insane. I think that maybe we could offer a wager for a SUP Junkie hat. Okay. That's the current currency.
Currency of choice. Go, Bruce!
There we go. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, well, the sun coming out.
Much respect. I mean, we remember Bruce and Karen from the Nisco Disco when we used to do the One Design, and they pitched up with the Northern SUP race team. Karen was very upset because it was so out of her comfort zone, and she just got on with it, and they both got on with it, and look where they are now. Bruce going over to do last paddle standing, him doing this event, him winning last year, him probably coming second this year. Yeah. It's just brilliant. So hi Grant, how are you?
Well, Grant, it looks like, has made a cardinal error though by saying he might give it a go next year. Oh. How are we classifying that sort of comment now? That's a definite yes. Sorry Grant, but we will look forward to seeing you next year. It's been.
Yeah, definitely. You're in.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
afraid.
in. We don't make up the rules, do we, Sarah?
No. Sarah, thank you so much. Thank you for being our stats girl and sending out that little link for people to see the results and everything. We're really interested to see if Bruce's last lap was super fast, because he's currently, there's Glyn coming in on his Nisco. I'm not sure he's got the wherewithal
for one more lap.
He could if he put a sprint on, but
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. It's still possible.
It's absolutely still possible. It's whether he's taking his board up to the beach, so it looks like it's definitely not possible for him. Oh no, he's not. Yeah, come
one
on,
more lap.
Glyn! One more lap, Glyn. Yeah, no, I'm going to take my board up the beach. It's not going to come down. So he's definitely finished. Well done to him. So you've got Jamie Harmon coming in on the red. He's done incredibly well. He is still paddling. Whether he'll go for another lap.
Yeah, looks like we've got Ollie taking part as well. We're going to pass all these names over to Brendan. There's
yeah, no pressure,
Yeah,
guys.
no pressure. So Alison pointed out quite rightly, Karen did 6 laps of last paddler standing.
She absolutely did, and she paddled this event last year as well. So probably putting herself out of her comfort zone. But this year it was not to be. You've got 3 paddlers coming in hot here. There is no way that they. Oh, I say that. Do you know what? If they get a wiggle on, they could get a last lap.
Yeah, well, 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Jump off that board, sprint round. That sprint would take what, a minute? Oh, easy peasy.
A minute.
Easy peasy. That's Vera on the left.
Oh,
that's Claire, Terry on the right.
That would be incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So 3 minutes. People saying 3 minutes.
Yeah.
She's got 4. We've got 4 minutes. Taking their tags off.
Yeah.
So Claire is definitely going for it. Are you done, young lady? You do know you've got 3 minutes.
Make away!
I don't think I can do anymore. Keep going.
Thank you so much for your pleasure. Great.
Got me next to 5
Another one. Amazing, those guys can get back on the water. Fabulous.
Amazing. Yeah?
Came with no expectations, and yeah, I think it was 20 laps, which, like, considering I've lost the ankle.
This one wants her last lap. She has absolutely sprinted around. Mind your backs, everybody. We've got paddlers coming through.
We've got 2 minutes.
This is amazing. They are all trying to grab that last lap. 2 minutes to get back on the water, no problem.
So message, I mean, there's a theme developing here. Skip has said, please give Kaz a kiss from me, please. Yeah. There we go.
Skip, you're not the first. I kissed a lot of frogs today.
Yeah, salty frogs.
Salty frogs, absolutely.
I'll tell you what, the conditions now, though.
Oh, I know.
Dreaming.
Yeah.
This is what we've waited for all day,
Yeah.
and it's like the best conditions we've had.
No wind. Nice.
Nothing, and the sunset and everything.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Hats off to the guys. You know, everybody was, they were overtaking us, and they were so focused on that actually coming through.
That's going to be pushing it.
Who is going to be the last one on the water in this race? It looks like it might be Johnny, actually.
Well,
oh, Paul Simmons. Oh,
he's
my
going.
goodness.
He won't.
PJ, he's got a minute.
Oh,
But he has got a minute, hasn't he?
He's got less than
Not
a
sure
minute.
he's gonna do it.
You can see it right.
Well, Johnny's made it.
Just got to get. Yeah,
That is fantastic.
Johnny's got to be on the board, on the water. Oh, come on. I'm not.
Go, Johnny, go!
I don't think PJ's going to make it. Should be a real shame, but. No.
Oh, fair play. What an amazing
Oh,
day.
yeah,
It's just changed. So
Yeah.
amazing. That's it.
That's it.
Bye.
It's 7 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock. And is there a klaxon or anything?
It's, yeah. Right.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
Brendan's down there.
Paul.
Brendan! Looking at the time. Oh, he's still. Okay, the two's still in the minute. Go on, Paul! Go, go, go! Okay, he's still on the minute, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, get that ball
So
on the
he started at 1. So he started at 1 minute past 7.
Okay.
So that's what.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's it. That's it. It's all over, guys. So there you go.
Is he on the water? Is he allowed on the water? Was he on the water? Did he have his board? Is he able to do that? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That was the klaxon though, right?
It was indeed.
Okay.
Right. So there we go.
Oh, it looks very wobbly. So, wow, what a day!
What a day indeed. That was SUP 12.
2024. My hat looks crooked, isn't it? Have I been wearing it?
I thought you were just wearing it gangster style.
Jaunty.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, there's another.
We missed that one.
That was Tanya. I'm glad we missed that one.
Yeah, absolutely. She's done brilliantly
She
today.
has done absolutely brilliantly. We're not going to call the winners. We're going to wait for prize giving, and we will record. We will go live on the prize giving for sure, because we know that that's what you like. It has been the most wonderful, beautiful event. I think it'd be quite nice to go down in the sun actually and just
that
see
would be
the
a
guys come in.
fantastic
Let's go.
idea. So you can still finish that last lap as long as you have hit the water before 7:01. Well done. And so they will complete the laps, and the laps will count. Yes.
Was he on the water at 1 minute?
He was, yeah.
To get forward to the mat.
Oh my God!
Because that started his lap.
Okay, giving people the wrong information all day long.
No, so because obviously it's the mat, not the water, because the water comes in.
Of course. Oh, of course. So you heard it here. So the fact that Paul was over the mat, the race started at 1 minute past 7, so finished at 1 minute past 7 in the evening. But Paul was over the mat, so he was allowed to start. He was allowed to get that last lap in. And here we go, Tanya. Well done. Well done. How are you?
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I was pretty tired after 7, 8 hours, I think.
Yep.
Then I stopped running, so I rested a bit more, and then
You're not finished.
it was on.
You're not finished.
Oh my God! Sorry.
Stop it, guys.
Tom, sorry. It's this line.
Yeah.
This line.
Okay.
But don't come back. No, I don't think you can come back.
Right, here we go.
I know you've just finished, but we want to say here comes Dom. He's coming racing in fast to get over that line. And Julia, well done, Dom. Come on, girl. You've got this. Well done, Julia. Fabulous. Well done, Gavin. Awesome stuff. Amazing paddling. So you had a bit of a lull, you felt tired, you then stopped running up the beach, you started to walk and rest a little bit, and you found that gave you more energy to do the paddling.
Yeah, I wanted to rest as less as possible. Well, I didn't really rest, but I just walked and not running because my legs, the wind was heavy.
Go, Crispin! Well done!
Yeah, so the wind was really heavy. So congrats to everyone who paddled.
Congrats to you. Fantastic paddling. Great to see you paddling in the UK.
Yeah,
And yeah, you've been awesome. So go and sort yourself out, and we'll see you later. But
yeah.
really,
Okay.
many congratulations.
Thank you. And
Well
thanks
done.
to everybody setting up this amazing event.
It's brilliant,
it was
isn't it?
fun. Yeah. I
Good. Good. Well done. You got your stuff.
Oh, I've got Tanya.
Tanya. Brilliant. Let's
There
go
we
down
go.
and see them come through. Amazing stuff. Tanya has paddled like a metronome.
Exactly.
Grinding it out. She is a bit of a master at the endurance races. Look her up. Nice. Thank you very much. It's been brilliant. It's been really lovely to have you guys watching, commentating, helping us with our tech issues. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's done amazingly well. Very, very cool customer is our Tanya, isn't she?
She did.
She is a very cool customer, and we need to get these paddlers over the line. They just need to get over that. Well done, number 21. You're awesome. Brilliant job. Congrats. Finished. How amazing. I know. Troublemakers, always. We took a couple of seconds off Tanya there for stopping because we stopped her before she crossed the line. But we were so excited to see her and to congratulate her on the most fabulous paddling. And this is Marie coming in now. Oh my goodness. She's not that far behind Tanya, was she? She might be a lap behind though, we think, or two. Well done, Chris Lehman. Fantastic paddling. Come on, Marie. Whoop, whoop. Over the mat. Over the mat. Over the mat. Well done, buddy. Well done. Yes, Marie.
Another stunning performance.
Yeah, tough. Don't be sick now. Yeah, come on over the line. Well done. Brilliant job. Fabulous.
I think she looks like a woman who's pleased to have finished.
I think she's very pleased to finish. And the next one finishing is Zippy Craig Sawyer, the SUP coach. Check him out. He's done a beautiful film about or he's going to do a beautiful film about the Yukon 1000. He's done a little trailer, so go and check it out. Craig Sawyer, the SUP coach, or look on Team Shack Yukon.
Yeah, it's all over the place, and here we go. 12 plus hours.
And the board Butler Monkeys have done a fantastic job. So all these boards are now on the beach. They'll get, we'll give them your love, Skip. They're going to get moved up. Who have we got coming up? Vanessa and David Partridge, I think, on the right. He's just paddled. Look at him. He's just smiling his way around. Come on, Vanessa. Come on, David.
Come on, David.
Woohoo!
Sprint finish.
Over the mat. Well done. Well done.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Great.
One for the pensioners.
Oh, several for the pensioners, I would say. That's absolutely stunning. Stunning achievement. 12 hours, brilliant. Unbelievable. Here we go. Well done.
Well done. Good job. Good job.
Oh.
Amazing. Amazing. So you need to get rid of your little ticker tape. Mind yourself. Well done, George. Awesome. Well done, Paul. Amazing.
The River Ninja, Eric.
Come on, Eric! You got this! Just a bit. Thank you, thank you.
Amazing.
There we go. So not many left on the course. We've got.
Oh gosh, a few out the back there. Oh, a few over there.
None.
That's done. It's just these guys here, isn't it? So we know that Paul is on. We know that, oh, here comes Perky. We know that he got his last lap in because he crossed the line. It didn't have to be on the water. He had to just cross that pad up the other end to set his time off again. So he's definitely, and here comes my buddy, Sarah Perkins, who, I don't know, after 3 laps she was done. And here she is 12 hours later.
There we go. There we go.
You'll get a time. Well done, Sarah.
Fantastic. So, still coming through.
Oh my days.
Oh,
one more lap. When I go home, I'll be saying that.
End of SUP 12. If you started your lap before the 12 hours have elapsed, then you get to finish it. Candice finishing her lap now. Hugs all round there on the finishing line, and then they've got to cope with that last step, which, as someone mentioned, it's could be Everest. That wooden step has done quite some work.
Well done. Still got a few more paddlers coming in. Maybe, I don't know. Oh gosh, a lot more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 at least to come in.
And the
all
ones that are
rushed out to their last lap. Quite incredible. That step is a struggle.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle for us and we're not paddling. So
exactly.
It's at least there was a step there though, because if the step hadn't been there, they'd have been in trouble. So yeah, what an awesome race, hey, what an awesome event. If you want to get involved, please get involved next year, because this event has grown fourfold, hasn't it? It was 27 paddlers, well over 100 people entered. They've done a relay, which is great, so you can paddle, you know, alternate laps or whatever you like. And obviously then the paddlers, and this is Duncan coming in, who didn't realise he could just do one more lap.
There we go, and he's made good time for that one as well.
He's got a very nice paddle stroke as well. I've been watching his paddle stroke.
Yeah.
And it's,
well, it would be efficient, wouldn't it, with the sort of paddling
he lives in Germany.
Does.
Of course, it'll be efficient.
Well, no, it's not just that, but the sort of paddling that he does. It's and you can see that tracking.
And
really
that was his
beautifully.
first race.
Yeah.
So amazing, amazing.
Wonderful stuff. Mr. Duncan Holton, who's come all the way over from Germany to do this, and done brilliantly. Well done, Duncan. You've got to go over the mat.
Run over him.
There we go.
Oh, amazing. Bloody amazing. 12 hours. Ooh, okay.
I had like weird water, chlorinated water from the hotel. I think you can make tea with it. And I filled all my bottles up with it.
Oh no.
And then after a while, I thought,
this is not really what
when I walked past you, you completely ignored you.
So Duncan just completing his final lap, 12 hours. It was absolutely awesome. Did a superb job, and he spent a huge amount of time on the sea, but absolutely managed to nail it today. Real experience in fantastic and spectacular setting here. And once the last paddler comes in, we'll do the prize giving. So Chris coming through. Put all that last bit of strength into coming in. There's Ben there, he sprinted through the transition of the last round, absolutely fantastic. On an Intuit board. Well done. 12 hours, 17 minutes. He's been here. Brilliant achievement. Yeah. There we go. Just over the mat there. And here we go.
Amazing. Bruce coming in here. Ollie coming in.
Yeah.
Well done. Good job. Just get over that mat and you can relax. Yeah, go, go, go. Over the mat. Woohoo! Well, come on, Bruce!
Here we go. Bruce!
Matt! Bruce! Over the mat. Come on. Come on. Come on.
There we go.
Come on, you got this.
So there we go. Last year's winner, Bruce Smith. Fantastic individual, unbelievable paddler. Really, really powerful performance today and exceeded his mileage last year and just did fantastically. Yeah. It demands everything from you, including your ability to walk. Okay.
That wind was really.
Yeah. Harder than the Great Glen.
Yeah.
Saying something.
Yeah, it was harder. Yeah, it's much because it's the mental thing of having to go back to your board.
Yeah.
And like the Great Glen, you know the end is over there, whereas here the end is here, and then you're like, oh, I've got to go around again, and it's yeah, it was really tough.
The mental game.
The mental game is much more so.
Yep.
I think the Great Glen you need much more physical ability because you've just got to yeah, look after yourself.
Yeah, battle it through.
But it was really good to see so many people as well.
Yeah.
Still about 10
Yeah.
minutes. Go and get rid of your tag.
Yeah, I've got to go back. Thanks ever so much, everybody.
Brilliant, well done.
Fantastic paddling.
Thank you.
Sort of feel the pain.
Oh, I do. I can feel it.
So we.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of a Groundhog Day. I was like, no, she finished. Well done. Good job. So we've got some paddlers coming in. This looks like SUP 12. Oh, her name now completely escapes me.
Lee. Lee
Boxall. Thank you. We got there in the end.
Well, after 12 plus hours, you are forgiven.
I'm allowed a little blonde.
Yeah, we're allowed a bit of a misspeak, etc.
I think it's Lee. Maybe it's not.
There we go. We're going to find out soon enough.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Right.
It's not got the Oscar propulsion paddle.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a lady I'm not familiar with. So, well done.
Brilliant.
Fabulous
Well done, Lynn.
paddling.
Amazing. It's all over now.
Get yourself over the timing, Matt, just there, and then you're done. Well done.
That was superb.
Paul Simmons, actually. Paul looks absolutely broken.
Yeah.
Well done. Get yourself over that, Matt. Paul Simmons.
And here we go.
Fantastic.
Well
Get
done,
yourself
Paul.
over that, Matt, Paul.
Put your board.
No, he's going to just...
Oh yeah, leave it down there. There we go. Well done.
Amazing.
Well done, Paul.
Absolutely amazing. What a legend.
Yeah, incredible.
Here comes another legend. Johnny in the hat.
Go, Johnny. Brilliant.
Go, Johnny. Well done. Fantastic paddling. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant. Joe Jones, look at you smiling still. So there goes Johnny in the hat, and then you turn around and you've got Joe Jones. Amazing. Well done. Still smiling. Still paddling. Woohoo.
Brilliant. Good lad.
Vera, good job.
Vera,
Good
fantastic.
Still running at the end. Fabulous. Now look at these people paddling in. I mean, this is just, you know, I want to finish.
Yeah.
I want to finish as fast as possible.
Yeah.
It's the end of the day. I've just paddled for 12 hours, but
Yeah.
hey, do you know what? People are shouting me on the beach.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the hammer down. Amazing.
Definitely. And lovely that the wind's dropped a bit as well.
I know. They could have done with this 9 hours ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is Lee.
That is Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. Smiling. She's been a little breath of fresh air. Come on up! Come on, Lee!
Lee! Lee!
Over the mat! Over the... Oh, you're going to come together. Good girl. Good girl. That's very sweet. They've been paddling together.
Been
that's
eating
really
together.
sweet. Eating together. Doing all of it together. And
Yeah.
she's waiting and having a little stretch out there. But awesome paddling from both these ladies.
Yeah.
They just kept saying, just one more lap.
Yeah.
And I think at the end, they just go, oh, no. Like, no,
Yeah.
let's do it together.
Yeah.
So it's great, a bit of camaraderie. And is this the last lady? Yay! Come on, you girls! Yay! Well done! Well done! Come on, you! Yes!
Yeah. That's it.
What do we do now? Let's turn it round.
Well, I don't know. What are we going to do now?
Go and have a beer?
I think so.
Okay, have we got some little messages? Alison, oh, I'm so pleased you watched it. I mean, how amazing were those finishers, those stats? All of them legends. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate your support. We hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed it.
We do. We've enjoyed it as we did last year. Yeah, they're bringing all the boys in now, and now the only thing left is the prize giving, the awarding of medals. So if we get up there, we'll carry on with this, shall we? We'll push our way through. And
no, we're gonna stop.
Are we going to stop?
We'll go. I think we'll come because I think it'll be a little while.
Okay.
Not too long, but I think we need a little break. But we will be back on the live feed.
Yeah. So keep it
for the prize giving. So keep your ears and eyes open. It won't be long. But I think what he'll do is let the paddlers just get changed.
Yeah.
You know, just gather their thoughts and gather their feelings and everything, and then we'll do the prize giving. But we will be live for the prize giving. We promise you that, because that will be very exciting. So thank you so much, as always, for watching. We really appreciate your support. Please do listen to Simon's podcast. Please do follow supjunkie.uk, the new Facebook page. Share anything, share the love.
It's share the aloha of the sports, and it's great to have you here. And yes, just in the same way that all of your love and comments and so on has made such a difference to us today. You know, the follows, the likes, the listening to the channels. It's it makes all the difference for us. That's how we get our strength.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want to do. Reading that comment, we want you to feel like you're part of the event, that you're here. If you can't get here, we want to bring you the live feed, and that's what we hopefully do. And Simon and I will be working together later in the year on other projects, and it's been epic. So thank you so much for all your support, your tech support especially.
Definitely.
And yeah, you can tell we love the sport, and we're really grateful for your support. We will see you back in a little while for the prize giving.
Excellent. The
all
after
right,
party. Take care.
And the after party. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.